with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill, he promised Chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as chat's benign and doesn't step out of line. His contents sound mature for all to enjoy, like fresh manure, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His supports us also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. Most victim across the board we charge the war because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why his sheep are also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machineers. Not burping, leaning, ban, it matters not if Andrew fanners chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Claw's cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits done well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Pre-stream's nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day. And with those words we win again, it's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here, and welcome to DSP Bingo for what is today, Sunday the 27th of April 2025. I do hope you're all doing very well. Hope you had a very fun, enjoyable weekend. I'm struggling today, but it's my own bloody fault. I drank a lot on Saturday. I'm full on hungover recovery mode still. Like, put it this way, I've got work tomorrow and I'm not looking forward to it because I still feel fucking drunk. So I'm struggling. But that's not going to stop me from doing bingo, of course. You know, it's still bingo time. Phil is back. And there's a wee bombshell. Some people might not be aware of the bombshell that Phil dropped at the end of the Friday night stream. But Phil is going to take a few days off next week. Phil is not going to be here on Thursday the 1st of May the 1st, and he's not going to be here on Friday the 2nd of May either. But he claims to be back on Saturday the 3rd. So kind of strange there. So yeah, I don't know what the hell. He's saying that it's a doctor's appointment, so apparently he and Kat could only get a doctor's appointment for Thursday. But that doesn't explain why he's not here on Friday, unless Friday's basically a day off instead of Thursday or Saturday. Well, I don't know. Yeah, but Phil is taking a couple of days off. And he's been very cryptic about it, you know what I mean? I've been just saying he needs his only day he could get a doctor's appointment sorted. Apparently, for whatever reason, they both need to go to the doctor at the same time, it seems. That's kind of how it sounded like it. When Phil said this anyway, when Phil explained this, it kind of sounded like that's what he was implying. I mean, I could just show you if you want, you know, I can just fucking go straight to the fucking... So if we go to the last stream... Jesus Christ, Ethan Ralph, apparently, no one's heard from Ethan Ralph for a while. So people are not sure he's fucking dead or not. I mean, I don't know, we'll have to wait and see, I guess. No offense, but it's fucking Ethan Ralph. It's like, what big fucking deal. So yeah, Phil at the end of a gameplay on a day stream. Sorry, a night stream.
See you next time.
So he stops recording or whatever, and then he drops a random bombshell out of nowhere. And this is the bombshell he dropped on everyone out of nowhere.
Alright, guys. And that is it for my streaming week. Alright, I hope that you guys enjoyed. What a week. What a jam-packed week. Now, next week. Hold on, guys. I have to tell you now about next week. And you're going to be very disappointed. For the record, okay, you are. You're going to be very upset with me.
Who fucking cares?
Okay, guys, ready for this news? I got to break some bad news to you. Are you ready? You think you can handle the bad news? Hold on.
I love how he turns his crap back on for the daily crap. Like, oh, I need to turn on my toys and gadgets and bright flashy things for the daily crap.
Okay. You guys think you can handle the bad news? I'm gonna break some bad news to you right now, for real. I'm not even kidding.
Month to month, paycheck to paycheck, begging for fucking tips and shit on stream for the rest of my life.
Is everyone ready? I'm just making sure you guys are ready for bad news. I want to make sure you can handle it.
You know, my life has been tough over the last...
Yes! Get on with it!
Okay, ready? So here's the bad news. So next week is my final streaming week. After that, I'm retiring. So next week is my final week ever on the internet. Then I gotta say goodbye. I'm just kidding. That's not the bad news. Okay, the bad news is next week is an actual short streaming week for me. I'm actually only going to be here 4 days next week because my wife and I were trying to make appointments, and we have a doctor's appointment, and the only day we could have it is Thursday. We tried to have it on like Friday, Saturday. It's so hard to get doctor appointments on like weekends. It's ridiculously hard, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We got to make this appointment. So I'm only going to be here.
You understand how weird that is that both of them had to have a doctor's appointment, and the only day that both of them could get appointments done was for Thursday. They're both need to go to the doctor at the same time, same day. It's very odd, you know. It's a strange excuse, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not happening, but it's a very strange fucking excuse. And also, of course, there's a whole thing where there's a funny little thing going on, because let me show you what happened there. So, as I said, I'll let Phil explain it first, and then I'll show you some interesting coincidences.
On like weekends. It's ridiculously hard, and we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. We got to make this appointment. So I'm only going to be here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. I actually already know the entire schedule. So the schedule is going to be as follows. Sunday, Oblivion Remastered and Disco Elysium. Monday, Clair Obscure, Expedition 33, and Monday night is going to be Minecraft night. Tuesday, more Oblivion Remastered and Blueprints. And then Wednesday night, more Expedition 33 and the conclusion of Lego Piranha Plan. And that's it. And then I'm off for a couple of days. Oddly enough, the next week, I'll actually be here extra days because I'm going to be streaming like Saturday through Friday. I'll be here like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
So there you go. He's saying here he's going to be here next Saturday to stream, which might mean, of course, that I might stream bingo on Saturday for fucking rare change of pace. I don't know, because obviously there's no bingo on Thursday or Friday. He's not explained why he's off Friday, but I can only imagine Friday is the official day off, you know. Thursday we were busy running errands and making appointments, you know. We couldn't have I couldn't do my day off stuff on Thursday because it couldn't, you know, clashed with having to fucking check if we still got gout or whatever.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, okay? So it's a weird week. I'm off one day. I'll be back on Sunday, and I'll be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's it. And then I'm off for 2 days, and then I have a super extended long week after that. All right? Sound good? All right, everyone. Thanthat was basically his explanation. That was what he said to his audience at the end of the night stream before his day off there. And of course, there's interesting theories, you know, interesting conspiracies and all that jazz. We go to likes. This one here. This is technically wrong. It's not next Thursday to Sunday. So ignore that bit there from the tweet. But he said this to Triple P Ashton of Kino Casino back when they were still talking, you know what I mean? Back when they were still on apparently friendly terms, whatever, you know what I mean? There was an interesting coincidence that came here. I don't just hide the chat just so you guys can see the full message thing. So a whole bunch of blethering from Phil, of course, you know what I mean? But it's like, is it stupid fucking real ID shit I told you about goes into effect May the 7th. I looked into it, all our licensing departments are on a massive backlog because everyone's rushing to get us before that date. I'm going to call them tomorrow because the film will be open after the weekend, but chances are my wife and I are now going to take a completely unplanned, unscheduled trip to Connecticut, likely in late April. It's just so weird that, you know, even though Phil claimed that everything he told Kino Casino was a bunch of fucking bullshit just to fucking, you know, snake them or whatever, it's just weird that Phil is actually having to take some time off right at the end of fucking April, you know, / start of May. And it's kind of just, so it's kind of weird that way, you know what I mean? But would Phil have enough time for 2 days to really, you know, do what he wants to fucking do? I don't know, it's a weird one, you know? It's just a funny coincidence, and Phil as well saying fucking we got 4 pets. It's weird. It's like we have 4. You know, I like we'll have to pay top dollar for a highly rated pet sitter because we have 4 and they all need daily care. It's funny that he mentions that because when I saw, so remember Phil got sent a colouring book, and it was addressed to fucking Cat. This is one of my like tweets earlier on. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's one. This is Phil's doormat. You know, like wipe your paws or whatever, you know what I mean? It's strange that it's like a very pet-centric doormat. You know? Like this is the official doormat of the fucking Burnell household. The Snortfort, you know? And to me it just kind of struck me as a bit odd how, like, wipe your paws. Like Jasper never goes out, for example. Jasper's a fucking indoor cat. You know? So, like, it's not like fucking Jasper when you fucking wipe their paws, I don't know.
It's hard to fucking tell. Say, is Phil blind about having pets and multiple fucking pets? Who fucking knows? Not a shit, you know. But anyway, Phil's gonna be off Tuesday. Sorry, Thursday and Friday. So he's missing May the 1st. Of course, other people are trying to imply that Phil was intentionally taken off May the 1st because people make fun of him because of what happened on 2016. Make of that what you will. So TJ has not got a totals yet for Phil Burnell, but Dinford International says on the way to his WWE Champions board. So he's going to work on it to get in here and try and get a tally. So we have no figure yet, but he's top 15. So it's probably a nice chunk of change. So I will of course keep an eye on that as the day goes on. This is a pinned tweet. So yeah. He has not responded yet. He's not updated. So I have to wait and see. Also, this guy, I don't know who the hell this guy is. You know, I don't know if he's a fucking actual person or well known, whatever. Just a guy called Javs. I don't know. It's like, who's a YouTuber that you loved but now hate? And they just fucking mentioned Dark Side Phil. I was like, what the fuck? She's like, yeah, weird fucking thing. A YouTuber you used to love but now hate. Dark Side Phil. Anyway, Phil, as you can see, his stream's online. He's awake and all that jazz. And as far as I'm aware, all he spent the morning doing was crying about how popular Oblivion is compared to other RPGs. Like, he's crying about how many copies that the remastered Oblivion has sold, and yet other RPGs, which he thinks is a better RPG, like Expedition 3, is not selling as well. It's just the way it goes, I guess. Let's refresh this little page here to see how many bans Phil's had when he turned up to his chat tray and kick. Quite a hefty amount. Ralph Retort was banned by DSP Gaming Real. Order 2000131_87634120 by was banned by DSP Gaming. He was in line on Walmart 220. It was banned by DSP Gaming. And of course, just the order numbers over and over again. And as you love as well, 1379 220 banned by DSP Gaming. Yes, 220. Menagerie of Exotic Pets Real was banned by DSP Gaming Real. No Switch Real was banned by DSP Gaming Real. We Will Laugh at You Forever was banned by DSP Gaming Real. CCXX Severus Snake CCXX was banned. What was that bad for? Severus Snake. Did Phil get offended because he thought he was getting called a snake? Man Baby Crying Over Switch 2 was banned by DSP Gaming Real. One Time Offer Really was banned by DSP Gaming Real. And of course, finally, Carnival's Revenge was banned by DSP. Oh, for God's sake, CCXX is Roman numeral for 220. That is, so there we go. That's clever. That's a fucking clever one. I have a feeling it was also too clever for Phil, and somebody probably had to explain it to him as well. I refuse to believe that Phil immediately fucking knew it was a 220 reference. So that means I also have to mean that Phil might be fucking more intelligent than I am in some things. And I refuse to fucking accept that, you know, that bastard. No, there's no fucking way I'm not accepting that. There we go. Phil's actually going to start now, if I can for that. Great, so Phil's start, I'll put him on pause. We've got a couple of things to watch, okay? We've got a couple of things to go through. First of all, you guys know I love going on DSP Raw's channel because of the fucking blast in the past clips, you know what I mean? A little visit down memory lane. You know, a trip down memory lane, whatever you want to call it. And, yeah, this one here stood out to me because Phil talks about a conspiracy theory about DSP Enterprises. And correct me if I'm wrong, you know, I'll let you watch this right and listen to it. Isn't this exactly what actually happened? Phil tried to spin this as a very far-fetched, detractor conspiracy. But isn't this precisely what happened?
I am dipshit Phil. Like this video and subscribe.
Al Hans Jeffrey did a 75-bit cheer saying that he thinks that I'm under audit and I owe a bunch of back taxes. That is not correct. But a lot of people have been hypothesizing. They've been trying to figure out what is Phil, what is the problem with Phil that he's so stressed right now and everything. People actually made up this story. You got to hear this one. This is a good one. So I apparently own a shell company called DSP Enterprises. And apparently I've been using this shell company to get tax write-offs for years. And apparently the federal government, IRS, has audited me and has found out that this shell company exists and is now saying all those write-offs are invalid and you owe, you know, a ridiculous amount of back taxes. Now, this is the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in my life. This is seriously like... Huh? Like, how do people even get these ideas in their fucking heads? You want to know how people got this idea? This is hilarious. You're going to really laugh. You ready? So when I registered to get business class internet in the state of Washington here under Comcast, Comcast requires that you enter a company name. Now, I told them, I said, I don't own a company. I don't have a company at all. You know, it's just me. I'm self-employed. I work from home. So I need your best level internet, even though technically I don't own a business, so I can't put anything down. And they said, just put anything. It doesn't matter. Just put anything down on the sheet. It doesn't matter. It's just data for us to track your account. It doesn't matter. So I put.
You want to know why I find it hard to believe this is actually fucking true, this part? Because whenever Phil has there's been leaked screenshots of Phil's discussions with Comcast, and also it comes across and calls his name on there as DSP Enterprises. You know. That was the name it Phil settled for, DSP Enterprises. I'll say it here, actually.
Put down DSP Enterprises.
So yeah, he settled for that, just screen of things. Oh, okay, I'll just put down anything then. Anytime he contacts Comcast, he fucking pretends like he's like fucking not Phil Burnell, but he's fucking a representative of Phil Burnell. Like, I'm trying to get something resolved here for Mr. Phil Burnell, the owner of DSP Enterprises, Phil Burnell. Like, he pretends to be someone else. You know what I mean? And it goes all fucking third person when he's discussing this with Comcast. And if you've ever seen some of the fucking, like, there has been a couple of screenshots here and there of him talking to Comcast, and it's just insane how weird. It's such a fucking weird fucking thing to just fucking try and pretend to be someone else when you're trying to do something that affects you directly.
And then it was funny, because I have 2 internet lines here. So when I was doing the second one, I said, it says it again. And they said, well, you can't use the same name, put something else down. So I put DSP Enterprises second account. And apparently when whoever it was that, got my old password about a month ago, right? They got my old password to a bunch of accounts, and it just so happens it was my business internet that was using this old password.
And that old password was Mr. Stupid One.
Whoever this was logged into my account and saw that it said, oh, DSP Enterprises, Phil's got a fake company. Oh, he's gonna get audited. And shit like that. Like, it's just like, what is going on? This is so crazy. It doesn't make any sense. It's just so insane. There's no company named DSP Enterprises. But people see this one thing from, someone logged into my fucking internet account and they think a company exists. It doesn't. I'm
kind of curious, actually. I want to see, can I find this fucking screenshot of things? I mean, random derail, I know. Let me see if I can find, I want to find a screenshot. I don't think I'm going to. It's quite obscure, you know what I mean? Nah, I don't think it's going to happen. Nah, I don't think. It was a long shot. I'm just kind of trying to have a wee quick Google of it, but nah. Can't I find it? It's a shame. It was a bizarre screenshot, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'll play the rest of the clip.
Unbelievable. But anyway, that's what I mean. Like, people are trying to hypothesize what's going on with me, and I knew that was going to happen when I made that video about a week ago. I knew that people would be trying to guess what's going on, and I knew that no one would get it right too, because it is such a ridiculous story. So like I said, it's something that's not in my control, something that's not in your control. I'm not at fault. You're not at fault. It's just something so fucking I'm sure eventually I'll tell you, but I just can't tell you now. All right.
But I'm pretty sure, like, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Phil was claiming that the tractor's theorizing that he had a bunch of fucking money and like back taxes. That was confirmed to be true. Like, Phil was trying to say, oh, it's a fucking conspiracy theory from the fucking detractors or whatever, and it's not fucking true. And yet he had to borrow thousands of fucking dollars from his fucking mum to fucking help, have a down payment and the fucking money he owed in like back taxes and all that shit. So it's just insane. Like, it's so bizarre. It's so fucking strange. And it's like, but at this point in time though, when he made this fucking comment or whatever, like, he was basically just lying to his audience that there wasn't an issue with his taxes. And lo and behold, there was. I don't know, to me it's just fascinating. These little clips from down memory lane of Phil responded to things at the time and the retcons that fucking happened afterwards. Anyway, this montage here, Memology compilation here from Friday night. And yeah, put it this way, he hated the fucking game, he hated the fucking night, and it was a terrible fucking night for him until one person stepped up and wailed, and all of a sudden Phil was a happier person afterwards. You'd never believe that, would you? It's such a shocking situation development, you know. I'm going to put this at 1.5 speed, and yeah, the desperation levels Phil showed here for trying to get money was just... I mean, it always seems to fucking stoop, you know, find new ways to stoop so low. Like, he just fucking gets a fucking shovel and just fucking keeps digging the fucking the bar for him to, you know, there's no fucking lengths he will stoop to fucking just get that fucking money from his dumbass deadheads.
All right, we're gonna save and continue, but guys, it's time to split the part for me to stand up and stretch a little bit. Thanks for watching. See you in the next part of Blueprints. All right, I am gonna stand up and stretch, but guys, we are halfway into the stream, and we have abysmal support. Like, no lie, one of the slowest starts to a night I've had in ages. $27, that's it. So, listen, we've had 6 straight streams of hitting the goals, the support goals. The last record was 12. I wanted to hit that again and try to top it, but we're only at 6, right? I knew that moving Blueprints to a late night stream might have an effect and people wouldn't be able to attend, but there's nothing I can do when there's other new games people want them on the daytime streams. People screamed at me this week for Oblivion and for Claire Obscure to be daytime streams. So I gave you what you wanted. Please support the stream tonight. Remember our goals. At 40 will be Salty Blue, a new restaurant in my area that has all kinds of seafood and schnitzel. Oh my God, which I'm interested in. And at 50, we do a marathon, right? And it could either be a viewer's choice gaming marathon or it could be the closet clean out. All right. And Hat Invest retirement marathon, either one. I'm down for either, they both sound fun to me. But the sooner we get it, the better. We gotta be hitting these goals regularly, all right? All right, I'll be right back. I'm actually gonna just go use the restroom and then we'll continue. Please support this. Let's get some support while I'm in the restroom, all right? I'll be right back. I'm back, let's see what I got. Oh.
He wanted paid to piss. I've heard of pay to play, but pay to piss. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go and fucking empty my fucking bowels. While I'm gone, you guys better fucking give me money so I can, while I'm entering my bowels.
Some support while I'm in the restroom. All right, I'll be right back. I'm back. Let's see what I got. Oh, the camera glitched. What the hell? The camera had a glitch. Hold on a second.
What is going? What? It glitched. I mean, what?
There we go. I don't know what happened there. It was trying to follow me, but I told it not to. All right. I got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zero support. Now, guys, let's hit the goal tonight. Let's show these pieces of human feces that mess with me on a daily basis and try to ruin my business and my life that being positive and making fun content that doesn't bully or hurt others, and also not selling out and doing shill content that you could still be successful.
You know me? What compensation do I get? From you. You guys crowdfund me to do what I love to do. That's loud. To do what I love to do, and because you crowdfund me, I'm able to stay true to myself. But if you didn't crowdfund me and instead I relied on, you know, all this income or all this input from companies or sponsors or someone giving me the shit for free, you know what I mean? Because they made it and they want me to kiss its ass, I wouldn't be who I am today. I would be a completely different person. I would probably be Greg Miller. I would probably be these big time fucking streamers who I don't even want to mention their names because they're assholes and they'll probably talk shit about me on social media if I say anything.
That you can have a good message, right? That's what I'm aiming to do here. Get it? So, let's get some damn support right now. Let's get a gifted sub. All right? Let's get a tip. Let's get a super chat. Let's get one of each here. Do I believe in Joe Hendry? Why do you guys keep asking?
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I already answered that question earlier today. I'm not going to repeat myself. Shit. I don't want to waste my key on that. No, I've not completed Blueprints. We got pretty far, but we never finished it. I guess we should go down first, huh? I really need a key. This is ridiculous bullshit. Every room is locked? Fuck you. No, this is actual nonsense. Every fucking room is locked? So I can't make any progress. I'd have to backtrack all the way back to the hallway because every room is locked. This is dumb shit, man. They are killing me. Well, we'll go north. All right, left or right? I mean, if we go left and we can draft a room that goes to the top of the foundation, that'd be perfect. But I don't know if we can. We're fucked. There's no keys. There's literally no keys. They haven't given me any opportunity to get keys, so now I have to go all the way from where I am, all the way back down to the hallway at the bottom. There's no keys anywhere in the mansion. What do they want me to do? They really keep screwing me. Like this tonight has been the absolute screw job night for this game. They keep purposefully putting me in situations where I can't do anything because they're not giving me the items I need. I'm not playing poorly. They just keep stealing my opportunities to play.
So I can't get the blue coin. Not my fault. The camera's fucked up in this fucking annoying game. God damn it, man.
Stop putting me in a situation where there's no keys. Like, it's ridiculous. Look how far back I gotta go. Oh my God. And I can't even buy a key. Even if I wanted to buy a key, I can't buy a key. I guess I'll buy the sledgehammer.
Is that a sledgehammer? I think it's a sledgehammer. I wanna be Yo, sledgehammer.
Nope.
Now, of course, I find this. Of course I do, right? 4 items. One of the items in this walk-in closet has to be a key. Coins. Gem. Oh my god. It's the other kind. It's the lockbox key. Completely worthless to me. I don't even know where you use the lockbox keys. I think there's a vault. I guess office. It's the only one I can do. It's gotta be office. Wow. No kinds of luck in this game tonight. Completely screwed. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm gonna eventually have to backtrack anyway. That's the point. Like, I have to backtrack. Still don't know. Done. Game over. Wow, this is just bullshit. Just think about this. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 locked doors. And the game didn't give me a single key for any of those doors. 7 locked doors and no keys.
cares?
How is that my fault? That's a legit awful, awful run. And that's the first run I'm actually kind of upset because I'm not playing poorly. The game screwed me here out of being able to play. So that's a complete bullshit run and we're stuck again. And now we got to start over. There's no, every door is locked. So screw this. That sucked. But you know what would actually turn my mood around? If I got some support.
I am indebted to you.
Give me money. Give me all your money.
For goodness sake, for those of you who like Blueprints and have enjoyed the fact that I played it so much, please support the stream. I know I keep asking, but it's because this is literally the slowest stream that I've had in months. No lie. Right? We're only at, what, $27? And again, number 1, I want to keep the streak going of support. We're at 6 straight streams. And number 2, I want to keep playing this game. I really do like it, despite the fact I'm having an annoying night. I really like this. It's so unique, okay? Let's get some support. Let's get some subs on Kick. We got like 1 to 2 people who've done a lot of subs this week and nobody else. Let's get some sub support on Kick right now tonight. Guys, we've got about a half hour left on the stream. This has been the roughest night ever, for sure, in Blueprints. We've had little to no progress whatsoever the entire night. And on top of that, almost no support. Like I said, we've been stuck at 27 bucks of support for half an hour. So please, if you can support tonight, please do. We're almost out of time. I agree, this is a great game. It's sad that it seems like I can get people to show up for the game on the day streams. It didn't seem like it doesn't look like it's working on the night stream tonight, right? Like, we have 145 people on YouTube. How many do we have on Kick right now? 60-something. It's the usual Kick crowd. You guys are usually the same people who show up every time, right? But we have way less on YouTube than a standard stream. This is funny. John Diaper on Kick says, can you say hi to Clyde Baxter for me on YouTube? No, you can talk to yourself. I don't need to tell you that. You can say it to yourself. You're sitting right there. Nice sock. Anyway, I think we're gonna do sauna. Last run of the night, guys, so it's absolute last chance for you to support this stream, to keep the streak of support alive, and to keep Blueprints in the rotation, quite frankly. Because this sucks that if I'm going to play as night streams moving forward, which I was planning on doing, if I can't get support for it, then I guess we're done. And that stinks. I like the game a lot. It's so unique. I don't want to say goodbye to the game because I can only get $29 of support.
Anyway, thanks to everyone who was here tonight. Thanks to everyone who hung out with me. And thanks to the very few people who contributed. I don't know what happened tonight. I don't know why this was like a super slow. Everyone's loved this game up to this point. I did. I thought the stream was great. So I don't know why it was so slow tonight, but it's what it is, I guess.
It's ridiculous. Not even close to a third of the goal. What is going on? This is as bad as Pirate Yakuza. That's ridiculous. Come on. Let's get a last rallying of support right now. Let's get everyone to do 1 tip, 1 super chat, 1 membership, and 1 sub right now. Everyone, come on. I'm serious. Let's do it. Let's get a little bit of support sprinkling around. Ugh. Come on, guys. I didn't say use your channel points, heinous villains. I didn't say that. Basically, people are all using their channel points to laugh at the fact that we got no support tonight. And that's it. So, not looking too good, guys. For Blueprints, I love the game. I think it's super unique and I want to keep playing it, but I can't do it on streams where no one's going to show up or support. I just can't. The problem is, Zanzibar Vibes, he's just considering making it a day stream again. There's too much going on. Right now, I'm playing Oblivion Remastered, and I don't know if we're going to keep playing it, but it's a day stream twice next week. I'm playing Expedition 33, which is the other new release of the week, and next week is a short streaming week for me. So the night streams are going to be this, Minecraft, the Lego stream, and Disco Elysium. So what am I going to do, right? Like, Dream Green's now, sadly, the night's not going good, as you can see. We're at the end of the stream, and it's gone pretty horribly. Not much else to say about it. It's just not getting any support tonight, and attendance is really bad on YouTube too, so I'm not sure how to take that. Sadly, some games just work better as one kind of stream or another, you know what I'm saying? And looks like this is just not working as a night stream.
I love the fact that so attendance wasn't there either. If the money's there though, it doesn't give a shit about attendance. Which kind of proves when it gets the fucking money.
Yes! Did we permanently unlock the fence? Sweet! The West Gate has been permanently unlocked. Permanent changes do not reset each day.
That yes was not for him unlocking the fucking fence. That yes was to see a fucking like member bomb thing going off in his fucking channel. There's no way I refuse to believe that fucking joyous yes from Phil had anything to do with the fucking gameplay. It's more about fucking seeing multiple fucking memberships pop up on screen.
Okay, all right. What's over here, though? Well, we made progress. Thank God we made some progress by the end of the night, for God's sakes. Been a rough night, but now it's all worth it. What are we gonna find over here? Lynch Catamaran just gifted 22 subs.
P-Pegs? P-Pigs and P-Pegs.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it was a fucking lot better night for Phil Burnell once that fucking whale came along right at the end. To save the stream. Save the streak as well, not shit. Anyway, that was Phil's night stream on Friday, so fucking ready for that. Let's get bingo set up, guys. I'll just fast forward, of course. Make sure he's all ready to go. There we go. We'll put him on pause there. Right. Let's get some bingo going. Let's make sure we're on 1080p. And make sure as well we're on 1.5 speed. It is time for some robust bingo and it's not jazz as well. Blind Daughter's asking for a whiskey advice here, like Scotch. Any suggestions of a good single malt? I would recommend asking Broside Phil. Like I would argue they are more of a whiskey Scotch kind of connoisseur than I am. You know, I don't have a huge amount of experience when it comes to drinking. I've drank whiskey, but I don't drink a huge amount, and I think Bro's far more of a connoisseur of it than I am. So I would rather. I'll ask them to share their own experience and wisdom in that regard. There you go, Scotch Macallan 12. There you go. Cheers for that. I mean, I don't want to just. I mean, currently I'm drinking Glen Scotia. I've got another whiskey as well. I actually got my hand on it the other night there. I can't remember what it's called. Shilva, something like that. Like, yeah. Aye. I'm not too much of a whiskey expert though, you know what I mean? So yeah. I'll possibly pass that. I'll let somebody actually knows what I'm talking about suggest good ones. But anyway, let's get some bingo going. That's what it is. Shiva's Regal is a one. That's what it is. I've got a bottle of, yeah. It's meant to be really nice. It's meant to be really good. Shiva's Regal. So here we go. So let me just randomise the bingo background image, of course. So 2 seconds here, and okay. We need to have a number for the bingo card, of course, and I see people are trying to. Well, I see Sonny's got a number in there already. Jumping the gun, like Sonny, we had a random wee number. I didn't even ask for anything. You're just yelling 45. But jeez, me, not that other Sonny. I was trying to think there because somebody was saying it's a birthday soon, but. It's like Phil's not streaming though on his birthday. Like Mark O'Shaughnessy, I think was saying it's his birthday on the 2nd, like Friday 2nd. But there's no bingo that day because Phil's not here that day. So I was thinking of letting him pick the bingo number, you know, just because it's like, well, since he can't do it on his birthday, you know, I don't know. But so if Mark's still running the chat, Mark, you're still in the chat. I can let you pick this one, if you're up for it, of course. And of course, if you want to, of course. I don't know, actually. I feel like I should type this message to him because sometimes he doesn't watch like live, so I might hear this quite late. Oh, I actually heard. Okay, no worries. I just seen it there. So sometimes Mark's got a minute or two behind, so I thought maybe I should type this to him instead by the time he hears it. But there we go, Mark here. So I'm going to use Mark's suggestion here. 1509. 1509. There we go. And this is the bingo card we have for today's show, picked by the future birthday boy Mark. So hopefully we can get a full house for his bingo board. We need Phil to say and do the following. We need Phil to say what the fuck are you talking about. It is what it is. Him being all toxic. Him saying example and comment. The second row is Phil saying Q&A. Him laughing. Him saying sound good. Him getting a years ago story and him saying kick. The third row is Phil saying wow. Him being all siege mode, which is where he folds and crosses his arms. Him saying marathon, people saying and excited. The fourth row is Phil touching his ear, him giving prayer hands to the camera, him saying so anyway, him saying million is not an interesting fucking number, and him saying on demand. The fifth and final row is Phil saying okay, schedule, no exaggeration necessarily. And finally, members. Quite a strong looking bingo card in my opinion. Hopefully we can get a full house for this bingo card, so yeah, fingers crossed for that. There's a variety of ways for us to try and get free spaces to help us away to a full house bingo card. For example, if Phil burps, sips or snorts 10 times before he starts recording for his shitey gameplay, that gives us all a free space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds that Phil begs on camera, that also gives us a free space. For every 5 new or rejoining members we have to the bingo streams, that gives us a free space. And finally, in my opinion, the best way for us to get free spaces for these bingo boards, if we get 50 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, that gives us 1 free space. If we get 75 likes on the bingo before we finish playing bingo, that gives us 2 free spaces. And if we get 100 likes on this bingo stream before we finish playing bingo, not only do we get 3 free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the Bubbles animation made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the bingo stream. So you guys are in full direct control of some of the ways we can get free spaces on the bingo board, but the rest of the ways are controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions, as well as him begging like the little bitch that he fucking is. One more thing to cover, of course. Oh, but I think I'll let Phil explain it for me.
Well, hello everyone, Phil Burnell here, letting you know about King Jad's Bingo and Marbles gameplay on YouTube. Now, you need to leave a post in the community tab to enter, and that's it. A lucky winner will be picked by playing Marbles at the end of the month. It is just that easy, any mouth drooling idiot can do it.
Thank you, Phil, you piece of shit, and thank you, Broside Phil, for his super chat. It says, asking for likes equals give you money, right? I mean, if you want to interpret that way, go for it. Give me likes, 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 give me likes. I'll just fucking spam likes so I can pick a million times and see if I would now again. Thank you very much, Broside Phil, for that. Give you money. Well, who do you think I am? DSP? Hint, hint. Anyway. Speaking of money, of course, the bingo prize fund, as you see before you on the screen, is currently sitting at 477. And of course, there's a variety of ways we can make that bingo prize fund get even bigger between now and the end of the month, which is going to be on Wednesday. So for example, every time I win bingo and get a full house on the bingo board, it adds $10 to the bingo prize fund. There's no more Fridays, of course, between now and the end of the month, so that whole thing where I add $10 for completing these challenge and marble courses doesn't apply before we fucking reset the fucking thing, you know. As well as that though, a quarter of the money I make on YouTube goes towards that bingo prize fund as well. So yes, super chat from Broside Phil will certainly go towards that bingo prize fund in the future, as does like memberships as well, not jazz. And finally, of course, tips. 100% of tips I get, no matter how big or small, goes towards a bingo prize fund as well. Now at the end of the month, as Phil said, you know, before, as Phil said, we got a marble race to determine who wins bingo and who gets to get half of that bingo prize fund. So if you want a chance of getting half of that bingo prize fund, you have to make sure that you leave a comment in that community post. You've got to put in it to win it, as the old saying goes. So there we go. I think I've covered all the bases, and the only thing left for me to do really is just to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
I mean, it's terrible. All this hands are all over the place. You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
Hey, that's arm flail being described. Anyway, good luck everybody. Here we fucking go.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. I'm back from break, and it's time for another fun streaming week. However, it is a shortened week, and we will talk about that today and how that will affect all of our ongoing playthroughs. Another interesting topic that I'd like to talk about on today's show, people's reactions to releases in 2025. Notably, what I've seen in the last week is a distinct, strongly emphasized positive reaction to the release of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, to the point where it seems like that's all that anyone's really talking about, but it's actually just happening at the same time that there is a really great RPG out called Expedition 33. Now, not to say that people aren't talking about Expedition 33, but at least in certain circles, notably my viewing audience, it seems like all of the talk and all of the hype is on Oblivion. And so, one must wonder that because of the actions of game developers in the last, several years, and how AAA games are just underwhelming, do we have gaming shell shock? Is it that now gamers are afraid to try a new game or just don't get hyped for them anymore because they don't trust them? That now you'd rather put all your eggs in the basket of retro and throwback and re-releases rather than modern new games? It's an interesting topic, and we will be tackling that and more on today's week-beginning episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Who the fuck cares, Phil? Honestly, fuck, who the fuck cares? I'm noticing something within my own chatting community. They don't give a shit about new games, and they care more for the old games. Fuck off, Mr. fucking King of Retro. Sonic is asking, did I watch that Side Scrolls clip on DSP Switch to pre-orders? I didn't realise that Side Scrolls reacted to that. I had no idea. I had no idea. I didn't realise there was a clip of that, so I am oblivious to that. But I can only imagine, though, that they were not very sympathetic towards Phil. Let's fast forward past the shite intro. Oh, he's putting a long intro there. For whatever reason, Phil's using the fucking long intro. There we go. Kino did one as well, and it was pretty damn funny. Anyways, I'm not surprised at that, you know. I knew Kino would be all over it for sure. And I forgot to say, Blabs noticed Phil jerking off. Ah, poor Blabs. Poor Blabs, doesn't deserve that. Anyway, we got one ticked off so far, 24 to go. Remember, guys, if I miss anything on the bingo board, please let me know. I don't try and miss things, but I just do sometimes because I'm just, well, first of all, I'm a blind bastard, you know what I mean? And then second of all, I'm also...
Old bastard!
And third of all, I'm still, as I said, I mentioned it at the start of the stream, I'm still in fucking recovery mode. I'm feeling I'm still trying to shake off the alcohol I fucking drank yesterday, man, you know what I mean? So I don't feel as attentive as I should be, you know what I'm saying? So I need all the help I can get in making sure I don't fucking miss anything for the bingo board. So there we go. Did Phil say community, by the way? Like, when he's talking about his fucking own chat. I feel like Phil said community, and I might have fucking missed it. Hold on, let's go back. Let's go back in time. Phil said something. I want to make sure of something.
Now, not to say that people aren't talking about Expedition 33, but at least in certain circles, notably my viewing audience, it seems like all of the...
I just said my viewing audience. I thought it was about, you know, certain circles in the audience. You didn't say Q&A, so never mind that. Okay, let's just crack on with fucking bingo. Oh, Jesus. Here we fucking go.
Happy Sunday, everyone. DSP here. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast for Sunday, the 27th of April, 2025. This week, for me, is a shortened streaming week. In fact, it's perfectly aligned with the end of the month. I will be here Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th, to end April on a high note and a lot of good gameplay. So, if that's what you're looking for, I've got it in store for you this week, and I hope that you're excited. And so, here I am. I'm back after my day off yesterday. In a nutshell, yesterday was a more chill day, a more stay-at-home day. Did run off and do some errands and the like, but it was more of a relaxed day, and let me tell you, I needed it. You know, last week being a 6-day streaming week, I was pretty exhausted. By the end, I needed to just take time away from being here every day streaming with you guys. Spent a lot of time with my wife. She tried out a couple new games. One of the ones that she tried is Trials of Mana, which is a game that came out in, 2023, and I didn't play, and she only played like an hour of it and thought it was just okay. I don't know if she's going to play more of it today or not. She's basically seeking a game to play, and she's been looking at different ones recently and hasn't really found anything that's really got her interest for more than just a couple of streams. Like, she had tried that game, The Angler, which I guess is from Call of the Wild, The Angler. She played that for like a day or two, and then she got bored of that. So really nothing going on right now in gaming is you know, really grabbing her attention. It's unfortunate because a lot of the franchises she used to love, like Dragon Age, well, they just made Veilguard, which wasn't very good. And, Assassin's Creed, they just made Shadows, which wasn't very good. So all the games that notably she used to sink her teeth into and play a lot of gameplay of, they're just not doing it, right? So anyway, I spent a lot of time with her. We ended up having, what did we have for dinner? Oh, Indian food. Ended up having a vegetable curry. I forget what it's called. Is it jalfrezi or something like that? I think we had a vegetable curry with some garlic naan bread. It was delicious. And just a chill day at home. So, not a bad day at all. It was a good day of recuperation. I'm back now. I'm energized. I'm ready to go for the next 4 days of streaming, which will be double streaming days. We got good variety coming up. I feel like we should just tackle the schedule now, get it out of the way, since it is a shorter week. So today, Oblivion Remastered Height. Yes, I'm going back to Oblivion Remastered today. And it's funny because what I said in the intro here was, it just seems to me, particularly around my streams this last week, right? We have seen that basically the streams have been hyped, but mostly for Oblivion Remastered. And the thing that kind of gets me about that, all right, is very simple. Oblivion Remastered is a freaking remaster, right? It's not a new game. And even on top of that, more notably, I just played it. Like, I literally just played Oblivion 2 years ago. So why there's that much hype around the remaster, I have no clue. I know that tons of people like Oblivion, so I get that. But being that I just played it 2 years ago...
I love how he's assuming that everyone that's there fucking right now is the same fucking people that were there 2 fucking years ago. Like, there were some people, of course, that were there for that time, but I guess it's impossible for Phil to fucking possibly contemplate that he might have got a whole bunch of fucking newer audiences, people in his audience, in a span of 2 fucking years.
It baffles me. It makes me kind of scratch my head that out of all the games I'm playing right now, including Blueprints, the return of Minecraft after being away for 5 years, a brand new hot release in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, that it's Oblivion Remastered, that, no lie, is getting 2 to 3 times more views than anything else I've been doing. I'm baffled. Now, listen, I'm happy to be doing it. The quality of this playthrough is so much better than the last. I mean, my webcam, face cam is now full HD quality with background removal tool. My microphone sounds much better. The visual quality is amazing because the game runs better and my capture and streaming is better. So all the technical stuff has been upgraded, right? But to be honest, I don't know how much more I can make this game entertaining to you because I just played it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be rough if we choose to continue this playthrough as an actual playthrough rather than me just messing around with it for a few streams, which is kind of how I'm handling it right now. I don't know what to do to make it more interesting, because when I played it 2 years ago, I did all of the different factions. I did all of the Oblivion towers that came up against me. You know, I rushed through them, of course, but I got them done. You know, story, we did everything. It was like a completionist style run. So I'm honestly not sure what else I could be doing that would make it better than the first. So it makes me kind of shrug, but everyone's excited. I mean, take a look at the views on those playthrough videos last week. Part 1 has almost 4,000 views. Who fucking cares? Actually, I don't know at this point how many it has. Hold on. Point 1 has over 4,000 views. I didn't even realize that. Part 2 has over 2,000 views, and each of Part 3 and 4 have over 1,000 views. That's more than double the views on everything else I'm doing right now. So everyone is enjoying me playing Oblivion Remastered. Probably some people were upset I didn't play it for 2 days, but what gives with that? And I think that's one of the discussions we're going to have on today's podcast is it that today, because new games a lot of the times end up being very underwhelming, particularly from AAA studios, that when a surprise re-release / remaster of a game like Oblivion drops out of nowhere, that's where all the hype goes? Maybe, right? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But anyway, we will talk about that today. So today it is Oblivion Remastered on this first stream. So if you've been eagerly awaiting for me to play this game again, your wish is my demand. And tonight on the late stream,
your wish is my demand. Hang on, we need to slow that one down just to fucking make sure we didn't fucking just mishear that fucking shit. Say that again, Phil.
For me to play this game again, your wish is my demand.
Steve, get the fucking chalk. Get the fucking chalk, Steve. Add it to the fucking blackboard. I mean, he didn't butcher a word, but he butchered the phrase. Like, how? 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 How?
To play this game again, your wish is my demand, and
oh my god, how do you how in the how? I just no, look, Phil, I'm too fucking fragile today to fucking deal with this fucking fuck shittery going on. You know, I just no, I'm. He is demanding your wishes. You know, you're not allowed to have wishes. Phil prefers to have those wishes instead because he needs it more than you do. You have a wish, and it'd be great if you can give me that wish. Your wish is my demand.
Really awaiting for me to play this game again. Your wish is my demand. And tonight on the late stream, it will be our weekly session of Disco Elysium, which we've been doing basically like every either Sunday or Monday night. So that will be tonight, okay? Tomorrow will be more Clear Obscure Expedition 33, paired with a night chill stream of Minecraft. Last time around on Minecraft, we actually started making headway again. Basically, we got a fishing spot secured, which is good because when we need food, we need somewhere consistent to go, and we have that now. And actually, last time, we did a lot of progress except the very end when it all fell apart again, when a creeper blew up the back of my house and my pen, and I was like scrambling to try to clean it up, and then we ran out of time. So it'll be an interesting stream tomorrow night. Then Tuesday will be more Oblivion Remastered, paired with a late night stream of Blueprints. And if you didn't see my Blueprint stream from Friday,
who fucking cares?
Basically, for an hour and a half, the game whooped me. It gave me every bad scenario. Give me an entire mansion full of locked doors, but never give me a key. Then give me a mansion full of keycard doors, but never give me the keycard or the opportunity to deactivate the doors. So it was really, really frustrating. And then all of a sudden, at the last minute playing Blueprints, we got a humongous piece of progress that's going to make the game so different moving forward. I literally can't wait to play it again. But I just don't have a chance until Tuesday night. So we have to wait. And then Wednesday, final streaming day of the week, more Expedition 33, paired with Lego Night, where we will finish the Piranha Plant.
Who fucking cares?
Where the fuck's he going now? Get back here so you can keep boring us all with your shitty fucking life. Oh Christ, this is fucking...
As you can see, when we did the first half of the Piranha Plant last week, it was very fun, and it looks really cool, right? It looks like a Mario pipe. I like that you've got actual maneuverable, adjustable pedals, or I guess you say leaves on the stalk. And so it's already, except we don't have any of the head, and the head is the second half. It has just as many steps to build the head as it was to build the pipe and the stalk and these leaves combined. So we're only halfway through it, okay? So I can't wait to finish this up, because once this is done on Wednesday night, this will now become a part of my background for May. Because as you know, every month I spruce up my background. So for May, you're going to see the Minecraft Lego go away. We're going to have the Piranha Plant back there instead, okay? We're going to get rid of the Minecraft McDonald's toys, and we're going to spruce this up too. We're going to have a new sign. We're going to have something different. We're not going to have the Metroid Lego anymore. I'm going to mix everything up for the month of May. So every month the background looks a little different. I also am thinking of changing out the blue panels for black again for the month of May.
No, wait, blue for black's fine. As long as the white stays in the middle, that's the fucking main thing.
To make it look a little different. So, I'm excited for this week. That's the 4 days. I'm not here Thursday or Friday of this week. I know that's weird. Usually, if I have days off, it's either just Saturday or Friday and Saturday. This week's a different week. Appointments had to be made on certain days specifically. So because of that, You know, I had to basically.
Oh no, Cat's dying, or Phil's dying, or both dying. You know, like, it's funny. I don't know. Phil wants to elaborate because it's nobody's fucking business, but a doctor's apparently.
Rearrange everything. Now, here's the thing. This week is a very short streaming week of 4 days. Next week is going to be a extra long week. Next week is going to actually be like 7 days of streaming. So we're going to have playthroughs continuing. There's going to be new playthroughs next week. Metal Eden comes out next week, which is a unique FPS with mechanics that make it look like a combination of Doom and Quake, but it's set in a futuristic time with like cyborgs and stuff. So it looks really neat. So I'm going to be looking into that, plus continuing on with everything else that we're doing. Since it's a longer week, perhaps we'll have the return of some multiplayer, hence Call of Duty, which I haven't played in a couple of weeks. It should be a really good one, and I'm excited for it, okay? So, good stuff coming, my friends. But we've got this week. And with this week, one thing that I would like to note right away and emphasize, we are on a roll when it comes to support. Seven straight streams where we have hit my support goals and climbing. Okay, last time it was up to 12, and then we faltered on unlucky 13. Well, this time around, obviously, I'd like to keep the momentum rolling and hit a DSP Tries It reward sooner rather than later because it's a short week. You know, if we keep momentum, we'll do DSP Tries It by like Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll do it by the end of the week. If not, then sadly, it looks like it's going to have to wait, and I don't want it to wait. I want to do DSP Tries It this week. It's a special one because we're going to do a new restaurant that I've never tried before called Salty Blue. What they do is all kinds of cool, like fish and chips, but it's like special fish that I've never had before, like high-end fish. And they do like chicken schnitzel and all kinds of cool sides and things, all special stuff. So, I'm excited for that when we hit 40 goals, all right? We're currently at 35. So, let's keep that momentum going. Let's definitely hit a goal today for Oblivion. Tonight on Disco Elysium, we haven't even done a stream of Disco Elysium yet that we didn't hit the goal. So, I'm thinking today, let's keep it going. Let's get to 37 goals and, you know, 9 straight streams of hitting goals today and keep it going. Also, I would like to talk today about the upcoming marathon when we hit 50 goals. Because if you look at the pacing that we have, it won't be this week, it'll be next week, all right? And that's going to be during my 7-day streaming week. So, we need to figure out exactly what it is that you guys want to do for the marathon. It's very possible that if we actually get, you know, goals hit quickly this week, we could actually do it by like next weekend, all right? But the question is, what do you want to do for the upcoming marathon? There's basically 2 options right now. I think both options are perfectly, you know, viable and interesting. Option number 1 would be the return of viewer's choice, where you guys will nominate and vote on some games. Whatever wins the polling ends up being played, and usually it's like 4 or more games during one of these marathons. I play each one for like an hour. And then usually what happens is, not only do I get exposed to a bunch of games that I don't know about because I've never played them before, but usually something appeals, and then we end up taking one of those and turning it into an actual playthrough. All right, last time it was Onimusha HD, which I loved so much, we turned it right into a playthrough immediately. I liked it. Now in May, I'm going to be playing Onimusha 2 HD, and next year I'm going to be playing the new Onimusha game that's coming out. Pretty cool, right? But the other idea is actually pretty interesting that someone came up with. Closet Clean Out 2.0, Vest and Hat Retirement Event. Who fucking cares? I know this sounds weird, all right? So the premise of this event is thus. Number 1, over the course of a marathon, I clean out this closet, which now is all cluttered again. You know, I cleaned it out 3 years ago.
Shut up for a second, Phil, you annoying dick. Wait, we're going to lose a stream. 12:02 on here. So in 20 minutes' time, we should lose. Is it Phil's OBS again? Does Phil's OBS crash? Is that what's happened? Yeah. Phil's OBS keeps fucking crashing. Good job, I got a brand new PC to fucking do things from it. That brand new streaming PC's coming in, you know, working wonders. Probably because it doesn't fucking update shit.
For the first time in like 8 years, and we found so much crap in there. A lot of good games, like old retro games that I still have,
no,
but also
crap.
a whole bunch of stuff that I threw out and we reorganized the closet.
Phil.
People thought it was going to be boring, and it ended up being one of the best events I did all year. People wanted me to do other closets in my house. Okay? So what's happened is, over the last, 6 to 8 months, as I've redone my office and my setup, Flutter has rebuilt into that closet simply because as I set stuff up, now I take stuff away, throw it in the closet, don't have time to really reorganize or clean it up. And in addition, one of the things that I was using the closet for was to hang the vests and hats that I used to use as on-stream apparel/accessories. So for those who don't know, because maybe you've only been around for the last year, for several years there, from 2010 through early 2024, whenever I hit a support goal, I would have you guys vote on a hat or a vest, and you would pick one, and then I would put it on for the rest of the stream. Now, admittedly, at first it was kind of just silly fun, but then it kind of became a chore or a hassle because it really started hindering the content. Instead of it being about me playing a game, a lot of the times it was, let's make Phil look stupid by putting on a giant heavy platinum vest in the middle of summer, so as he sits there trying to work, he's sweating profusely. It wasn't very comfortable, it wasn't very healthy, but it was something that I did because it motivated people to contribute. Well, the good news is over the last year, we redid everything, right? As I redid my setup, I redid my funding goals and things like that. Now we don't do that crap anymore, and quite frankly, the streams are just a lot better. They just are. And, now we have actual concrete rewards, like special DSP Tries It, special marathons and events that are based on your level of support, so you get rewarded for supporting me, as opposed to, oh, put on a hat. So, much better, right? People like that now. But these things have been sitting in the closet untouched for almost a year. Cares? So I had the idea, well, hey, if we're going to do a marathon where I'm going to clean out this closet again, why not do it so that every set amount of funding, like let's say every $50, right, that I raise, we immediately do a poll, and you guys can vote on either a hat or vest that I will put on until we hit the next goal. So let's say we hit $50 of funding. Oh, vote on a hat, and it'll be like, the Knights knit hat, the cowboy hat, the football hat, and the fisherman's hat. And you guys vote on one, and whatever wins, I put on. Then when we hit $100 of support, we do a vest poll, and it could be like the camo vest, the blue vest, the red vest, or the gold vest. And you vote on that. Whatever wins, I put that on. And the thing is, when we hit another goal, so let's say then we get to 150, well, we're gonna vote on another hat now. Well, that means that that hat that I'm wearing at that point is officially retired and goes into storage. And over the course of the day, we can actually get through all the hats and vests and see them all on camera now in full HD, because you guys never even saw that stuff in full quality, like literally never. I didn't have this good setup back then. It all was in pixelated, 480p shit. Now you'll actually be able to see it in good quality for the last time and wave it goodbye. Now, I'm not saying that I would never, ever do the vest and hat thing again, but if we did, we should do it for a special event. Like, let's say we do a special marathon, it's vest and hat marathon, where we bring back the nostalgia. Maybe it could be like a retrospective event where we're watching back my old content and commentating on it and laughing at it, and then when we hit support goals, I can put on the vest and hat again to be silly, right? So there you go. That's how I think it could go. And I think either event I think is good. All right, to be honest, either event is good. But the problem I'm having right now is if we're going to do the viewer's choice event, we literally have to start setting up for it now, because you guys need time to nominate games, and then we need time for a poll to run for you to vote on the game nominations. And the way that we're going with these goals, likely this week we're going to see 40 goals hit, and probably sometime next week we're going to see 50. So we would definitely need to start setting up now. And I think either idea is a good idea. Like, either one works. So I'm kind of on the fence about what to do. And it seems like a lot of people are on the fence. Like, every time that I stream and I bring this up, some people are like, oh, the viewer's choice sounds great. And others are like, the closet and retirement event sounds great. So I don't know. Like, what should we do? Right? I don't know if we should just set it up now, or, I don't know. See, Vestival. Should we call it the Vestival? There you go. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the Vestival. The Closet Vestival. Oh, man, that's perfect. We're going to call it the Closet Vestival. There you go. So that way we know it has the closet and the Vestival, the retirement of the vest. The Closet Vestival.
Now, I don't know if you guys have picked up on it, but to me it comes across that Phil is leaning slightly towards one idea more than the other. It might have kind of went by you, I'm not sure, but it's quite obvious that Phil has a particular favourite in mind as to what he'd rather do. He is desperate to stick to the fucking the vest and hat thing again.
That's awesome. Sounds like I've already decided. I have not already decided. Again, I'm for either. And it seems like you guys like both ideas. And the thing is, too, remember, every 50 goals hit, we do one of these marathons. So it's very possible that one marathon we do one, and the next marathon when we hit 100 goals, we do the other. Which would just be another, month or two. But hey, right? I'm okay with that.
Yes, that's true. I'm a dunce.
So let's see. You know what? All right, enough with this nonsense. Hey, Luna, you've never contributed ever once. I'm tired of these people who are LARPers in my chat. I mean it. There's people who sit in my chat who aren't fans, they're trolls, and they sit there under new accounts, and oh, I don't like this. So here's Luna 200. Oh, I just don't like these goals anymore. I don't see why this would... Luna, you are a sock account. You're not a fan. You've literally never contributed once to any of my streams, ever. No one cares about your toxic opinion of how no matter what I come up with for an idea, you don't like it. So, goodbye.
So what you're saying is that they don't give you money, they have no right to an opinion what they think's a good idea or not. You would only listen to fucking people who give you money, is what you're saying. You value the opinions of your audience members that give you money than those that don't. Way to fucking just take the mask off, Phil, and say you don't give a shit about the fucking viewers that don't fucking bother to give you a fucking penny.
And everyone else is of that attitude. Well, I'm serious. I just sit here and I dump on everything that Phil says and does. These are good ideas, but let's just say they're bad so everyone can be toxic and negative in Phil's chat. Goodbye. Because I'm just going to kick your ass out of chat and we're not going to see you ever again. Luna is gone and not coming back. Luna was a sock account to begin with. And I've had enough of these idiots sitting around acting like this. Right? Here's the thing. If you don't like the ideas that people come up with a better one, or shut up. Look, you don't. You just sit there and say, oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Right? People keep saying, oh, DSP tries it, it's bad. Okay, come up with a better idea. No one ever does. Then I try to come up with ideas. Oh, those ideas are bad. Those ideas are bad. Well, then shut up. Because if you don't have a better idea, you don't count. You're not contributing. That's not constructive criticism to just say, oh, it's bad, instead of, oh, well, actually, this would be an improvement or better thing, right? People have helped me recently. This closet idea is someone in chat kind of had this idea. And I was like, oh, let's refine it. Instead of just a closet clean out, let's do a stream where we bring back the vests and hats, and then maybe we could retire them, but then we could actually have them come back for special events later. I think that would be great. But no, just sit and dump on everything, right? Well, no, don't dump, because you're banned, and you're not coming back, and no one cares about you, including me. All right, anyway, so I think we need to figure this out, and...
Jesus fucking Christ. So, if you don't think that Phil's suggestions are good, and you have never given him money before, then your opinion doesn't matter, according to Phil Burnell. He is only going to fucking listen to the fucking opinions of people who actually give him money. Wow. Just fucking wow.
I honestly don't know what to do. Okay? Maybe we'll think about it for one more day, but the thing is, if we're going to be doing the viewer's choice event, all right, I have to, absolutely have to, set up at this point as soon as possible. Or else you guys won't have time to nominate games, and it'll be a big rushed event that won't be as good. You know, we have at least about a week and a half for you guys to nominate and then vote. That'll work. But, you know, I'm not sure. I'm on the fence about it. I feel like either event works. Either event could lead to some good content. To be honest, my closet is a huge mess at this point, so it would be great to have a day where we hang out, we just take stuff out, throw it out, spend time together, hanging out, talking, seeing the hats and vests for the last time would be pretty cool. But at the same time, I absolutely think that a viewer's choice could be great. We could get a good playthrough out of it over the course of the next few months, all right? So let's talk about it. Let's try to figure it out, all right? Okay. So, all that being said, before we get into other topics, it's time for some shout-outs, all right? So thank you already. We have a super sticker to start the day from Gamer Stevie, which was $5. Thank you to Gamer Stevie for the $5 super sticker. Let's get that up on the leaderboard.
Who fucking cares?
Excellent. And we have 2 tips that have come in. Let's take a look, see if they're both legit or not. We start off today with a $2 tip. You look tired. Did you get a good night's sleep? I did. But this time of year particularly, with my allergies, sometimes I just don't sleep as well as I hope. And some nights I'll like wake up and I'll feel like crap. And yeah, I woke up this morning and my nose was congested and I could tell that I hadn't breathed very well in my sleep probably because of my allergies. I'm like, ugh. So it is what it is. You know, I do feel refreshed. I don't feel like tired or anything. It's more like my sinuses and things that are bothering me. Like right now, my right nostril is kind of half blocked. Like, ugh, you know, hate that. Also, if you didn't tell, like the last week, my throat was swollen and like gunked up. It actually feels a lot better this morning. So I think that that issue may have been like moved past, but now it's my nose that's bothering me. So anyway, thanks for the $2 tip. I'm feeling good. And by the way, before someone says, why do you look so red? It's the lights. If you didn't notice, take a look at the lights today. Look, all of my skin looks like bright red. That's what happens when you have like flame effects in your office here. It makes you look a different color, especially when you're as white as I am and as pasty as I am, right? Okay. I received a $2 tip. Please yell some Islamic chants at the top of your lungs. No. No thanks, but thanks for the $2. Okay.
Jesus Christ, please. Someone gave Phil $2 to fucking have him read that and say it out loud. Please yell Islamic chants at the top of your lungs. Phil's the type of person that would probably think Allahu Akbar is a fucking mockery of him acting. Allahu Akbar, fuck off. No, just nah.
Alright, so as I said, guys, 7 straight streams of hitting the support goals, right? Let's keep this going, right? Let's continue with that streak of positivity so we can do the DSP Tries It by the end of the shortened streaming week, and then we can push forward and try to get big advancement towards the marathon next week. I would love to do the marathon next week. That would be perfect. I mean, actually, if we can do the marathon next weekend, that would be great, because remember, I'm going to be here next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so an extra weekend day. It could work, like maybe do it like a Sunday all-day event. But to do that, well, we got to get a lot of support. We got to hit these goals. So let's get it rolling, all right? We got our first super chat. We got our first tip. How about our first membership of the day? And how about our first sub of the week over on Kick? It is Sunday, and every Sunday those leaderboards reset, right? So let's get some support over on Kick. By the way, is the Kick chat working? Because it looked like Kick was messed up for a little bit, but now it looks like
who fucking cares?
Cool. Yeah, it looks like viewership even picked up. Yeah, everything was working over there. Good. Cool. All right. So, thank you guys.
And texting.
All right, here we are. For that, as you guys contribute, I will shout it out. Let's get some support rolling so we have some topics to talk about, shall we? Okay. So
let's have some support rolling so we have some topics to talk. What? So now Phil's topics are based on him getting money. Like Phil, if Phil doesn't get money, then the talking will stop. And the talking is funded by viewers, benevolence and kindness and general and charity. Like Phil, I gave Phil $5. We need to fucking keep the clown talking. What? Since when was Phil getting money from his audience a fucking way to fucking add topics to? Like, I need to hear that again. I don't want to hear that again.
Right, here we are. For that, as you guys contribute, I will shout it out. Let's get some support rolling so we have some topics to talk about, shall we? Okay.
Let's get some support rolling so we have some topics to talk about. Jesus Christ.
So, outside of all of that stuff going on, you know, there's a topic that I would like to talk about. It's this thing that kind of just happened this week that I noticed, and I would love to have some feedback on this, all right? So here's what I'm talking about. This week, 2 games released. I should say last week. 2 games released, correct? One of them, all right, is, very frankly, a complete surprise. In Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, there had always been rumors that it was going to come out, but then all of a sudden it got shadow dropped this week. And I think a lot of people were taken aback and surprised by that, but also were very like invigorated and excited by that. They were like, oh, that's really cool, right? That happened. We never had any kind of a remaster or a remake of that game. And because of that, you know, people are excited for Elder Scrolls again. It's been a long time since we had something besides, say, the 40 millionth Skyrim remaster. Which is
that counts. That counts as Phil saying million.
Burger.
Interesting fucking number, ain't it?
Jesus. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, 6 million.
What's up?
6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It didn't happen. You're making it up, right? You make that shit up. No, how about this? Banned. Gone forever. Because I don't put up with your fucking bullshit.
Now that was good. Now that was a fucking good one.
The bar's being raised.
It's always going to be fucking funny. Thank you very much to Broadside Phil as well. It says, this is how it works. Contribute equals change the channel. I mean, I don't know, Phil, Mr. I'm Not a Paid Shill seems to be implying that his content is based purely on the money he gets. So is that not a definition of a paid shill? Did I go if I can talk about things directly based on the money they're getting? Like, I was given money to talk about his subject, his topic matter, and Phil is now telling his audience, yeah, give him money so we have more topics of conversation to talk about. What? He's just, I mean, shock horror. Phil is a massive fucking hypocrite. So would I fucking saw that one fucking coming, but it's just, it just fucking blows my fucking mind. Nothing surprises me more about the fucking bad man. We've got a free space. Beg Salon have got the free space. So yeah, a lot of begging so far. Who could have saw that one coming?
It's been like resold like 400 times, right? Absolutely ludicrous how many times that game's been sold. So to finally have something different, you know, I can totally understand why people are super excited for it. So that's excellent, right? And I've been playing it 2 different streams. I'm having a good time with it. I hope that you guys are too, obviously. Okay, I was just checking something in my layout here. Looks good. Okay. And so, yeah, I'm excited for more today. But another game came out this week, right? Another game came out by the name of Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Now, unlike Oblivion, okay, this is a brand new game. It is made by a studio of only, I think they said 30 people or something like that over in France. It's got really great graphics, an awesome soundtrack, a unique plot and cast of characters, and it's got awesome turn-based RPG gameplay that takes elements from many different games and combines it into this really complex but fun formula. All right? All reports are it's literally one of the best RPGs of the last decade, if not the best. I played.
But Phil, you've always complained and bitched and whined and moaned and fucking flapped your wee gums about fucking games stealing the fucking sort of mechanics from other fucking games rather than come up with anything new. How often has Phil bitched and whined and moaned and cried about fucking the lack of originality in fucking games? So instead of fucking doing something brand new and creative, they just took this from that game and this from that game and they put it into their own fucking game. So Phil was bitching and whined and moaned about this non-stop for years about certain fucking games. He has used it as a fucking reason to shit on games and dump all over it. It could be a great fucking game, but Phil's like, oh, this stole that thing from this game and stole this thing, you know, something. And all of a sudden, it's fine when this game doesn't know. When this game does that very fucking thing, Phil seems to be fucking perfectly happy to just let it fucking, you know, like they get a free fucking pass. You know, like, it's strange how it's okay for some games but not other games, so Phil.
It for 4 hours, and the more I play it, the more I like it. I'm really enjoying this game so far. Seriously, like, having a great time with it, okay? So, what is the reaction to my 2 playthroughs of these 2 games? Because all I can do is tell you the reaction here. I can't tell you how the rest of the internet is acting, but here's the reaction. When I play Oblivion Remastered, attendance on the streams have been good, okay? Excellent. And the on-demand video views are amazing compared to the rest of the playthroughs that I've been doing. You know, most of the games I've been playing recently, they're just not getting a lot of views.
Raw. Raw, Phil?
Mostly because none of them I've been playing recently, they're just not getting a lot of views, mostly because none of them are big new releases because there haven't been any. So, you know, I'm playing views mostly because none of them are big new releases because there haven't been any. So, you know, I'm playing Blueprints and it gets like 300, 400 views a video. I stream it, I get like 200, 250 viewers, right? not a lot of hyper attention on that one. Even though I love the game, it's not going to pick up a mainstream audience, correct? Well, Oblivion's the opposite. For bizarre reason, I don't know why.
Hold on a second. You know, we could... So, is this something that happened on just Raw Phil stream, or did it actually happen on DSP Gaming? It wasn't Raw Phil, so this is not... Raw Phil is not to blame. So if I went into DSP Gaming and rebound his live stream, the exact same thing would happen. Okay, no worries.
Right? Not a lot of hyper attention on that one. Even though I love the game, it's not going to pick up a mainstream audience, correct? Well...
Basically, there's nothing we can do about this, apart from just kind of let it roll.
Oblivion's the opposite. For bizarre reason, I don't know why. The Oblivion stuff has been doing well. Really, really well. And, uh-oh. Is my internet crapping out? It is. My internet is crapping out. That's not good. My internet is going crazy right now. I don't think it's a denied a DDoS attack. It looks like my internet is just crapping out really badly right now. So if you guys can hear me on the stream, I apologize. My internet is really, really bad. It's down. It just went from like 15,000 kilobits per second to like 1,500. So I have to wait for it to solidify. It's not anything I'm doing. It's my internet signal is really bad right now. It's like all over the board terrible. It's not your guys' internet. It's my internet right now is screwed up. I'm just sitting here waiting for it to hopefully, restore. The audio will usually always be fine. Yeah, the audio will almost always be fine because audio is actually really low bit rate to encode and everything. It's the video, obviously, that is the higher data rate. So you could hear me talk, but it's going to be really choppy. The on-demand viewers, you guys are never affected by this because I locally record while I stream. So if you watch this podcast on demand, you should have zero issue whatsoever. It should be fine. So here's the deal. For those who are watching live, my apologies. There's nothing I can do. It's definitely my internet. I can see my internet has dropped right now. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that will solidify and fix in a couple minutes here. If not, I will continue on with the show offline and then test it again in a bit to see. But just stay put. I'll let you guys know what happens. Usually on YouTube, the stream will just resume. But if there's a chance that if the bitrate is so low, YouTube might end the stream and then have to start a new one. We'll see. Right now, it looks like it is kicking up again. Let's see what happens. If it stays consistent here or not. That was some bad noise in the lines right there. Yikes. Okay, so it looks like YouTube is fixing. And it looks like Kick is restarting entirely. Yeah. We should be good now. We should be good. Yes.
We should be good. And it just ends. We should be good, and it just fucks off. I think we're alright, and the stream just dies.
Audio should be fine. Everything should be good. It shows on both sides that we're good. We're golden. I have to check to see what's going on Kick. Let me refresh here. This is probably a new stream now. No, it's still showing as the same stream. That's weird because it totally said disconnect and reconnect, but now it seems to be going the same stream. All right. We should be good on both sites now. We're good?
Who fucking cares?
All right. Look a few things here. All right. We're back. Are we good now? I want to confirm on both sides we're good, and then we'll continue with the show. Are we good on YouTube? Are we good on Kick? Let me know. If we're good on YouTube, type 1 in the chat. If I'm good on Kick, type 1 in the chat. If I see no ones, I know we're in trouble.
Boring everybody. Quit boring everyone.
All right, I'm seeing a bunch of ones on the YouTube side.
Fuck you, Phil.
I'm finally starting to see some ones on the Kick side, but not as many, not nearly as many. I got a few. Okay. All right, I'm going to assume we're good now. My apologies. My internet had blipped there for like 60 seconds. Okay, so getting back to what I was saying, all right? Oblivion Remastered is doing really well this week. When I stream it, it does well. When I upload the videos on demand, it's doing well. Clear Obscure Expedition 33, all right? I love the game. I streamed it twice, 2 days in a row since it released, okay?
Who fucking
So I've had an
cares?
absolute great time playing it. I think it's one of the best games of recent memory of the last several years. I think it's an outstanding RPG, and I literally can't wait to play more, okay? But to give you some perspective, comparatively, between Oblivion Remastered and Expedition 33, like, Expedition 33 is getting very little views. Like, last time that I streamed it on Friday, it was like 200...
You know what? This might be controversial, but I think I'm going to count it as a fucking beg. He's literally bitching and whining about the lack of attention, engagement, and views and not shit that this other game's getting. Like, he wants more views so he gets fucking more ad revenue money. So I'm counting this as a fucking beg.
Very little views. Like, last time that I streamed it on Friday, it was like 200 viewers on YouTube and like 50 viewers on Kick, which is low. You know, for a new release, you'd expect around 300 or more on YouTube and usually like 80 on Kick or more. And it just seemed like it was way low. As I was playing it, a lot of people weren't even talking in the chat. And it was actually getting rough where we weren't hitting the goal or anything. And then last minute, someone came in and did support the stream. But like, basically, it just looks to me like it's just not getting much attention and people aren't enjoying it. I'm watching the videos on demand, like, is there a reason? The videos on demand aren't getting many views. To give you some perspective, again, the Oblivion videos, every video I've uploaded has got over 1,000 views or more. Expedition 33 has like 400 views a video.
Using this logic, then every single other game has something wrong with it because Oblivion is doing so much better. Like, you could literally say the same thing about every single other fucking game Phil has played within the last several fucking months.
So I posed this question. I posed this question to you guys on Thursday or Friday, excuse me, before I went on my break. I said, so guys, what is going on in regards to... I'm paying no attention to the idiots on Kick. You guys are morons. Anyway, what is going on in regards to this? I need feedback. Why would it be that people are watching Oblivion but not watching Expedition 33? And I really need to have some updates on this and some feedback because I want to figure out what's going on. I read some comments. Okay, I read some comments. And the comment
5 in a row. That's concerning.
Are as follows. Expedition 33 is a really hyped game, but the Oblivion remaster sadly overshadowed it. Okay? And because of that, even though it's a great game, people aren't paying attention to the game because of Oblivion. Like, if it had just come out by Oblivion. Like, if it had just come out by itself this week and it was the only game that's all anyone was talking about, maybe it would have been doing a lot better. But because Oblivion came out, everyone's just dying for Oblivion. The other take I got is a lot of people are saying, oh, well, we're playing it ourselves, so we don't want to be spoiled. Therefore, we're not watching your playthrough right now. Now, that one confuses me, and here's why that one confuses me, all right? If this were 2010, and this was old DSP and the way that DSP used to cover games, when I used to buy a new game, I literally would sit down, put it into my console, hit record, and record for 8 hours straight. Then I would upload that footage while I went and ate. I would come back and play for another 5 hours. And then the first 24 hours of a game being out, I'd have like 12 hours of the playthrough live. Then, the next day, I would play it again. And usually within 2-3 days, I would slam out a full playthrough of a popular game. The only exceptions would be really lengthy RPGs where I would try to space them out over a week so I wouldn't tire myself out. But even then, I would still play the living crap out of those games, right? But it's 2025. Modern DSP is a variety streamer. I don't sit here and play a game for 8 to 12 hours in one day. I'm confused.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
How I could possibly be spoiling a game for you. I've played 2 streams of Clear Obscure, and I'm only around 5 hours in, maybe 5.5. I'm not very far into this game, and quite frankly, anyone who started playing it on Thursday when it released, on Sunday as of now, probably is way ahead of me. So how you could say, oh, I don't want to spoil myself on this game, I'm confused. Now,
I love how he assumes that his fucking viewing audience are fucking no-life fucking losers who barely, oh, they don't have a social life, they don't have fucking friends or whatever, they just fucking stay home all fucking day and play fucking video games or fucking licking windows and applying WD-40 to their fucking squeaky wheels. Like, Phil, it's a low-key jab at his audience here. Assuming they have no fucking lives whatsoever, so must be fucking playing the game. Not everyone gets to fucking just sit down and play games all fucking day, every single fucking day, Phil. Some of us are fucking busy with our own fucking real lives or whatever. Some of us are busy with our fucking friends or family or fucking jobs or whatever. Some of us are fucking have health issues or whatever. It stops us from fucking enjoying games when we fucking want to. Like, Phil, he just assumes though. He assumes his audience are just these fucking they just all day just sit there and just play games all day. Like, I've got so I'm busy making content, says Phil Burnell, but you guys aren't busy. Because I'm busier than you are. Therefore, you guys have more free time to play this game that I want your views and engagement on. It's just fucking ridiculous for him to assume what his fucking audience is like, what their lives are like, or lack of.
Taking a look at the playthrough as of today, parts 1 and 2 have barely gone above 1,000 views. Parts 3 and 4 have between 500 and 600 views each. Again, compare that to Oblivion. Oblivion, I'm not kidding you, has double to triple the views of each one of those videos, and it's an old game I just played 2 years ago.
Who fucking cares?
So, this is the point I'm getting to here, all right? I have a feeling, and maybe this is just a feeling, maybe this is just me, modern viewers and gamers, at least in my circle, it probably isn't everyone, but for those people who watch my content, have a lot of issue trusting new releases and games media that say that they're good. And what I mean by that is that a lot of the times now when these new games are coming out, there's maybe initially a tiny bit of hype behind it, but once that little bit of hype is passed, most people don't care about these games anymore unless it's a giant game. So for example, when Doom comes out, perhaps that one will actually have a lot more hype behind it because it's considered a huge release, one of the biggest of the year, correct? I think maybe that one will have some clout. When the Switch 2 comes out, probably games like Mario Kart and Donkey Kong will have a big boost.
He said Switch 2 is a banned topic in Phil's chat.
Metal Gear Delta Snake remake comes out. Delta Snake Eater, remake comes out in August. I bet that will have a big push. Maybe a game like Ghost of Yotei later on in the year, right? But a lot of these games that have been coming out recently, they just don't seem to get that clout. You know what I mean? Even the big ones. Take a look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I know that the game sucks, but still, you would have thought that would have been a game that would have had at least some initial interest outside of the first stream. But no, after that first stream, no one gave a shit about that game. It was just dead.
I love how you do those on fucking streams. There's a fucking barometer as to whether it's fucking popular in general or not. Like, Phil, your garbage ass fucking content is not the fucking, like, the fucking indicator as to whether a game is white top popular or not. You know? That's not how that shit works, pal. Like, cause who gives a fucking shit about Phil Burnell's playthrough of certain fucking games? No one goes to DSP Gaming. I'm telling you right now, Phil, nobody fucking goes to DSP Gaming to fucking watch gameplay. Not in general. I mean, like, most people visit DSP Gaming for one fucking thing and one fucking thing only. To fucking watch a live fucking meltdown of some toxic entitled man-child crying, bitching, whining and moaning about not getting as much fucking money as he was hoping for. You know? And when you're not fucking having a live fucking meltdown and people just fucking wait for the Memology compilation or fucking hell, or Diddy or fucking Snort Hogan or someone clipping your ass fucking doing something dumb again. No one cares about your fucking gameplay, Phil. It is a non-issue in most people's eyes. Like, no one's fucking thinking, I wonder what he's going to fucking say about this game. I wonder if he's going to miss. No one cares, Phil. People just fucking pay attention to these days to observe the fucking latest meltdown.
And so, you know, the interesting take here that I have on it, I feel like what's happened is we are all tired. The last several years, we have had 2 to 3 years where all the big game devs, the AAAs, the big companies who normally you could trust and you could say, these are going to be great games, have underwhelmed, underperformed, and underdelivered time after time after time. How many times can you say, man, this franchise used to be huge, it's time for the new one, and the new one comes out and it's just not that good? And that's bad, you know? We used to have these tried and true companies that would pump out great games every year, and now we can't trust them. The games come out, you gotta be skeptical. You gotta be questioning, will this game be worth our money and our time or not, right? In addition, let's also be honest, games media just doesn't seem very trustworthy anymore. A lot of the times, games media is coming out saying that a game is great, that sucks ass. Do you remember what they did with Dragon Age Dawn Guard? You remember, or excuse me, Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard, they had the balls to actually say, was the best Dragon Age in over a decade, a return to form, a must-play game. A game that I played 12 hours of and I was so fucking bored I dropped it before I even got to any of the woke stuff that people were upset about. I was bored before we even got to it. And I stopped playing because the game fucking sucked, you know? So many games media said Assassin's Creed Shadows, amazing. The game is terrible. It is so fucking boring.
So the thing about this, Phil, is that, you know, whether you find something good or bad is essentially a subjective opinion. Like, because a fucking gaming website says a video game is good, does that mean that they are undeniably, you know, correct or whatever, and you cannot dispute it? It's not, Phil, that's not how it fucking works. Like, games, whether you enjoy a fucking video game or not, is a subjective fucking matter. It is not some sort of fucking thing where, oh, this person said it's good, therefore it must be good.
And that's modern games. They're coming out, they suck. So what it might be is a combination of we're kind of shell-shocked and punch-drunk from games not being good, and we don't trust game journalists anymore. So when they say a game is good, we almost immediately believe the opposite, that they don't know what they're talking about. They're just a bunch of hacks and schlubs, and they're kissing butt for the sake of kissing butt, and they're not telling the truth.
Let's just break it down. So Phil's getting low views and brand new games, and he's not playing. And of course, it's not his fault. Like, he's not getting great views for a brand new game, they're a brand new RPG. And rather than just say, oh, well, it must be something to do with me or whatever, he's now saying it's to do instead with the bad game. Like, so wait, hold on. He is crying and bitching and whining and moaning about the state of video games these days and the brand new games not being good enough. And at the same time, he's praising this latest RPG for being surprisingly fucking good, and he's enjoying himself. So he's upset at the game developers' efforts in making good games, but he thinks this latest RPG game is very good. He seems to be contradicting himself about, you know, it's like, so is it the game's fault, Phil? You like the game, you're really happy with the fucking game, so what's the big fucking problem?
To some extent, I do think that's true. To be honest, I think that that's what's happened. We have a games industry now that everyone just doesn't know what to believe. And a lot of the times you have to watch someone play a game multiple times to really understand if it's something that's worth your time or not. But it's sad because I think that means that the days of people coming by and watching a game playthrough from start to finish may be over. You come by, you watch the first stream, and then you're done, right? You made your judgment, and you don't watch the full playthrough anymore. And a lot of people say to me, well, Phil, why do you drop so many games? I mean, this is why. It's not like it used to be where I was putting out...
You drop games because of fucking money, pure and fucking simple. You'll fucking play a game for a while, but the fucking money dries up, you're getting the fuck out of there. No, I'm a variety content creator. No, you're not really a fucking variety content creator. You just fucking move on when fucking money dries up and try to fucking make a bank off a like fucking cash grab game.
lengthy playthroughs that were 20 to 40 hours, and every single part would be getting views that would be making money and hundreds of thousands of people following the playthrough. It's not like that anymore. It's like you play a game, you get that initial hype, and then the hype dies within 2 streams, and people are screaming for what's next. But I still like this game. Can I play it more? Well, you can, but we're not going to show up. We're not going to engage, and we're not going to support that content because we're on to the next already. Does that really feel like a healthy game community? A community that literally just picks something up. Oh, this is popular. Oh, I don't want to play with you anymore. That meme where they throw Woody from Toy Story right into the trash. That's what it feels like. Everything is popular for 5 minutes, and then immediately we got to move on to the next thing because none of these games have longevity anymore, right? What baffles me is Oblivion doing so well this week. While the genuinely new game, which I am absolutely loving, and everything about Clair Obscur makes it look like it would be successful. Actually great modern graphics, an amazing soundtrack, an interesting plot, and refined turn-based RPG gameplay elements that are quite fun to try to master with challenging boss fights and all of that, right? Boss. So what is going on with that particular game? That when I'm streaming it, it's just not doing it. But when I play Oblivion, people start freaking out. I'm lost. I would love to get feedback. If anyone has a take on this or any kind of feedback,
who fucking cares?
That's constructive or adds to the discussion, I would love to hear it. You know, saying dumb stuff like, well, you just don't get any attention is bullshit. I'm telling you, the Oblivion stuff's doing incredibly well. But why? Why Oblivion? On a nearly 20-year-old game that I literally played 2 years ago. Why would that blow the new hot RPG out of the water when it comes to attention, engagement, and support? I'm confused and lost. And I'd love to get any kind of feedback that I can because I can't make heads or tails of it. And the tough part about that is, quite frankly,
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Thank you very much to Kill Ditson for popping their 13-month bingo Barry membership message, saying that the only DSP content that I can watch without a detractor filter is his fighting games gameplay. For the rage, of course. You know, to be fair, I usually prefer watching the fighting game content, you know, from like, you know, piece of piece, just if I can restream that all the time. The Friday night fights. Piece of streams are always fucking hype for it. The fact that Phil could only get like half the fucking audience that Piece could get. Insane, but aye. The fighting game stuff is always decent. Just because Phil can't handle the fact that other fighting game players are better than him.
Feedback that I can because I can't make heads or tails of it. And the tough part about that is, quite frankly, how do I know what to do? How do I know what to judge to put into the schedule? This week I didn't know, so I just balanced it. We're doing 2 Oblivion streams and 2 Clair Obscur streams because I don't know what else to do about it, you know?
So, you're upset about having so many RPGs at the same time. So your solution to that is to have RPG overload. You know, Oblivion and Clair Obscur are both RPGs. You've got RPGs every single fucking day.
Boom.
RPG overload.
Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Oh, Jesus. Thank you, Sonny, for gifting 10 members to the channel. Very kind of you indeed.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
And thank you very much to Steve. Steve became a bingo baddie. So Steve of the Rowan Blushing also became a bingo baddie. So thank you very much for that for Steve. And also right before that, of course, was Sonny gifting 10 members to the channel as well. So thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting 10 members to the channel. And congratulations to the following people getting a membership. Congratulations to Colleen S, Utterly Insane, Mr. Massachusetts, Osama Bin Phil, Lord Kanye, Michael Hunts, otherwise known as Mike Cunts, yeah. Red Loopy.
Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Hold on, shit. Sonny has gifted 10 more members, and I think that means we got a full house. I think that means we got a full. I'm not entirely sure. We got 2 free spaces for the begs. Do we have 50 likes yet, guys? Because if we have 50 likes, then I think that means we got a full house. So, because we have 2 free spaces for the begs, that's 4 free spaces for members. So there's 7 squares left, but we've got 6 free spaces, so we just need one more thing to happen. So we got one more to go, essentially, you know what I mean? So if we get 50 likes, guys, it's game over. I'm just saying, if you've not liked the stream yet, like the stream and we've won bingo. But so Sonny has gifted 20 members, not 10. So thank you, Sonny, for gifting 20 members, and well done to the following people for getting the membership. Congratulations to Colleen S, Otway Insane, Mr. Massachusetts, Osama Bin Phil, Lord Kanye, Mike Cunts, Red Delupe, Sacco Rendrag, Chillbots, Surgical Slinky, Mr. White, Steve-O, The Periwinkle,
Boom.
Steve from Latvia.
Member bomb.
Fucking hell.
My biggest fans are idiots.
Steve from Latvia, The Fox, Larry, Joe Badger, Lil Shadow EX, Mark O'Shaughnessy, hi Orty, and Colin Grant. So, thank you, Sonny, for gifting those 20 members. Not only did you give 20, you also gave 5 more. Basically, Sonny said he's had enough of fucking Phil's bullshit narrative. We had 50 likes before that last bomb. If that's true, we get a free spacer tomorrow. these free spaces carry over, you know. So in that regard, we start off tomorrow's bingo with 1 free space. You know, so thank you, Sonny, for gifting another 5 on top of the 20, and congratulations to the following people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Shiro, BR Joe, Tom, Dasos, and Red Tag Mugiwara. So there we go. So Sonny just went fucking mental and said, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, Thanos finger snap this game out here. It's just been non-stop begging and just him bitching and whining and moaning about the state of his fucking channel and all that jazz. Jesus, man. It's just been insane.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
We've won bingo, that's the main thing. Thank you to Detract Media as well for popping a 1 month bingo barry membership, which each saying big ups Jad and Chap. Big ups to you as well. Good stuff indeed. Let's get this all ticked off so we can confirm the full house.
Burger. Full house? Oh boy. How exciting. Anyway.
Excellent stuff indeed. Excellent stuff. So there we go. This is Phil. This is I think this is Phil's grandfather, you know, from a previous life. You know, and that's he's wearing his M Bison hat, of course, you know. A pilot's hat, naturally. But yeah. Yeah, this was a fucking ridiculous podcast from Phil for sure.
Oh my god, what's up?
And thank you, Broadside Phil, for a super chat. It says, you know where Sonny buried the bodies, don't you, Jad? Yeah, sure I do. Somewhere in Australia. I mean, what else is gonna fucking bury them? If you stumble across a random dead body in Australia, then you're probably gonna get away with murder in Australia because you'll just fucking blame the wildlife. Like, there's better things in Australia that can fucking kill you, like, you know, like all these animals and fucking poisonous bastards and all that shit. Like, yeah, some fucking, like, you know, worst pain known to man sort of creature, you know. That kind of reminds me, actually, I think random as it is, I think Billy Connolly done a wee bit one time on Australia and how fucking lethal it is. Randomly, I know. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, find this clip here. Ah, here we go. Australia. I found it. It actually wasn't too hard. Oh, Christ almighty. So, random as it'll be, let's just fucking have some Billy Connolly, and hopefully it won't kill the stream. And people, you know, there won't be any like, issues with it, you know. But it's a decently sized clip here. But in respect to Australia being a dangerous place for just to fucking exist, here's a thing here with Billy Connolly wildlife on Australian wildlife.
It's weird, you know. I was talking about Australia there. Oh,
hold on 2 seconds.
Come the fuck in or fuck the fuck off.
Thank you to Detract Media for gifting a membership to Zoso. So there you go, well done, Zoso. Zoso has been gifted a membership by Detract Media, so very kind of you indeed. Thank you very much for that. So very kind of you indeed. For people that are just arriving, by the way, Dapper Dragon says good morning. We've won bingo already, so we're just celebrating with some random Billy Connolly. Talk about how fucking dangerous Australia is.
I was on holiday before I started working there, and I was sunbathing. I was on the balcony of this house. I don't go to the beach for a few weeks because I'm a Scottish person. And I tend to frighten people on the beach because being Scottish, I'm pale blue. It takes me a week to get white, you know. I was on this veranda and I heard, oh, I thought the fucking Japanese changed their mind. It's a strange, but there wasn't a Japanese at all. It was a shark warning, and the people were still swimming. Australians are strange, you know. It's fucking huge beasts walking about like that. They're giving it swim. They seem to work on the basis that sharks eat one person at a time. You see. I'm going, get out of the water! Get your fucking in the side of the fish is fucking behind you! They're saying, what's with the blue prick in the veranda? If I was in, I'd be going through that water like a fucking Polaris missile! Throwing children behind me! It happened to me before, you know. I was in Barbados, I got into that scuba thing, you know. I looked up, my kids were on the beach going, hey, ah. And for some inexplicable, I will never know the reason, I turned round. It's not the kind of thing you normally do when you're swimming. There's a fin 6 feet from me like that. I thought, oh, whoosh! I thrashed the water to a foam. Help! Right up the beach, there was a trench through the sand. Fucking shit! I nearly got run over by a bus on the main street. And I turned round, it was my own fucking flipper.
It's probably the kind of thing that I would fucking do, to be honest. I mean, you're not used to fucking not see. If you've done a scuba before, you wouldn't be used to seeing your fucking flipper. You know, understandable. Well, I mean, I'd give Billy a pass in that one.
Oh, don't turn round. I went to it's funny, you know, in Australia, the suntan oils in numbers from 1 to 14, you know, depending how fair skin. I was number 26. The woman says, that's a bandage. I said, fuck it, give us it. She says, you'd be better with a boiler suit and a balaclava. I said, what's it? And there was a jar on the counter. This is the truth. This Australian woman was selling me this stuff. And there was like a honey jar. And in it was the biggest spider I've ever seen in my life. And it was under this liquid, you know, it'd been dead for years. It was still fucking terrifying looking at it. I said, what's that? She says, oh, that's the famous funnel web spider. I said, oh, yeah. Where do they live? Out in the bush. I said, trying to sound knowledgeable. Oh, that'll be out in the bush. I said, pointing over my shoulder. I thought it was a safe bet to point away from the sea.
I would agree. I would agree.
It's a funny name for the countryside, the bush, isn't it? I think the middle of Australia is a huge desert with one fucking bush. She says, oh no, these funnel webs, they don't live. She says, that we caught that one in a garden across the street. I said, I live here. She said, fuck it. And then she said this thing that thousands of people have said to me in my life, and they were all lying. She said, it won't bother you if you don't annoy it. Who annoys these bastards? Is anybody that bored? They get up in the morning and go, fucking bored. I think I'll go and annoy that fucking spider. See, in my life, there seem to have been lines and lines of little shits who had Alsatians or Doberman pinchers, foaming at the face, keeping a steady gaze on my bollocks, going, And these little shits who were holding them were always saying, it won't bother you if you don't annoy it. Then they don't tell you what annoys it. Like breathing and stuff like that. But my tour opened in a place called Townsville, which was up in the north of Queensland, up in the tropical bit. And I went for a little walk before the gig, as is my wont, you see. Walking along the seaside, and there was a big notice board, and it says, beware! So I was being ware. Stingers! Exclamation mark. I thought, fucking stinger.
The fuck's a stinger? Jellyfish or something?
Now, I don't know if stingers burrow holes in the ground, drop out of trees, or arrive in fucking taxis. But I'm being ware. Right. And I thought, I better read on. Stingers or box jellyfish. I said, my God, these fuckers are gift wrapped. What kind of country is this? You imagine you're giving it a bit of that. This box with a big bow on it. Oh, I wonder what that is. What? It says, if the heart stops. I thought, what size is this? The cloud comes over the sun, you know. It says, douse the wounds. Wait, you hear this? Douse the wound liberally with vinegar. I always go swimming with a bottle of vinegar. You're probably the same yourself. Give a bit of that. It's the truth. The following morning, I was watching the news, and it said a wee boy had been stung, and it said, and don't go around among the rock pools today, as we've seen the unwelcome return of the blue-ringed octopus. And it showed you this bastard. You could see the camera shaking, the guy's shitting himself. This thing's about that size, it's got blue things on its legs, and it's gone like that. Fuck off! Fuck off! This bastard stings you, you don't even make it to the phone. You're looking for a stinger to take the edge off the pain.
I think that's the end of the clip there, essentially. Yeah, there we go. So, random Billy Connolly, yeah. So, I'd say, you could probably get away with murdering in fucking Australia, in my opinion. You can just fucking blame it now. You just fucking throw the corpse into a fucking... in a sea of stingers or fucking or box jellyfish and just fucking blame them for it, you know. They'll... those bastards are there, it's a shame. Fucking Australia. You know, like, so Australia being, like, fucking terrifying... It's like, it's people say it all the time, like, but yeah, actually, Sonny sent me a picture on Discord. He called it our snow. This is our snow. What in the ever loving fuck? What in the... Is this like... It's also like... You ever see, like, you know, you ever play that Hogwarts Legacy game and you kind of come across these giant spiders? Yeah. Fuck me, man. Detractor Media, reach out to me on Discord. If you can, reach out to me and I'll try and drag you in. Like, if you know me on Discord and you can talk to me on Discord, I will drag you in, like, literally into it. So yeah, Detractor Media, if you can, just get in touch with me on Discord in some capacity, send me a message and I'll drag your ass in. Whether you like it or not. But it sent me another picture and all. This has got to be fake. Sorry, this has got to be fucking fake, this picture here. There's no fucking way this is fucking real. Is this a fucking spider carrying a fucking rat? What the fuck is this? I mean, what, do I even dare? What the fuck is this? This is definitely like a rat, isn't it? This is not like some sort of fucking, you know, this is not a fucking bigger creature. Like, what in the hell? No, I'm fucking staying in Scotland. I'm sure Australia is lovely. I'll fucking enjoy it from the other side of the planet. Thank you very much. It's a mouse. It's not a rat, it's a mouse. It's still fucking... Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. Why does it have Phil's face in it? Oh my god, now I can't unsee it. This... Why... Yeah, explain this one, Sonny. Why is it kind of like Phil's face? Please, I mean, explain. Why? How is this? Oh, I mean, so I thought Phil was a snake, but I guess he was a spider instead. What? How did that even happen? I'm fucking, I'm lost. Oh hell! Of course, in typical Phil behaviour, it sinks its teeth and fangs into a defence, so it's an animal that didn't know better. Just to kind of make itself happy, just like Phil. It's just like Phil, for real, anyway, fucking hell. Jesus Christ almighty. I want to kind of refresh this page here to update the bans, because Phil's been banning people like crazy on Kick today. Rodney Trotter, 1981, was banned by Phil. What did they do wrong? DSP is gay and that is okay. It was banned by DSP Gaming Real. Bitch Linda dying next. Jesus, that's dark. Alright, that's a very dark username there. Bitch Linda. Linda is Phil's mother, if you weren't aware. That's his mother's name, Linda, and that is dark as all hell. That's a bit extreme. Holy boy. I'm not a fan of that username. That's too dark. Oh hell. The trying to be asking what's my personal Discord. Just King Jad. As far as just so you know, like, if you're on any other, like, put it this way, if you're on other detractor Discords, like That Being Said, if you're on That Being Says Discord, just click on my name. Like, my name will be on somewhere on the side anyway, because I'm on That Being Says Discord as well. So by all means, I'll try and find you as well. I'll try and find you, try and find me. I'll fucking figure something out. Between the two of us, we can probably work out how to fucking do this in some capacity, you know. But between the two of us, there'll be one functional brain cell to make this happen, and I can drag you in. Anyway, let's just go to live DSP, shall we, and see what's happening on his bingo. Let's get an update on current state of affairs for Phil.
Years later, you go back and you think about how dumb that was and how it probably caused a lot of people a lot of stress and a lot of harassment. And I go to because here's the thing, like, no lie, I would say fucked up stuff. Like, I'm gonna go to a tournament, and if anyone acts like an asshole, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them and throw them in a trash can like they deserve. I would say stuff like that. Now, did it ever happen? No. I never got into a fight at a event. I never had any intention of getting into a fight at a Street Fighter event. But I would talk out of my ass, and now I look back on that as an adult, and I'm like, dude, I was an asshole. I was so immature. I was so stupid. And imagine the stress. There might have been people who literally were like, I don't want to go to the event because Darkside Phil might start a fight, and I don't want to be involved in a fight.
Let's just fucking clarify the situation. Phil was happy to run his fucking mouth, thinking that nobody would fucking do anything, but anytime people try to fucking do something about it, Phil would fucking turn into Phil on bitch mode and fucking say, please don't hit me, I'm an alcoholic. You know, nah, I'm not letting Phil get away with that.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up!
Actually, I'm going to play the long version just for the fucking sake of it.
Yo, Phil.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to look like you, dude. I mean, you're a fucking snitch. Everybody hates you. Who'd want to...
Nobody wants to look like a snitch.
Nobody fucking asking, dude. You're up, yes, getting shot down left, right. Nobody wants to look like you. And we don't give a fuck about you, motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to look like you. Shit.
That's what I'm
saying. So DSP, shut the fuck up!
Alright, you notice Ben's respectful and you're not.
Shut the fuck up!
It's been 6 months.
God damn, dude.
Jesus, man. You get a full thing there. Jesus, man. By the way, the track to me, did you just try and add me in Discord? Because I did have a friend request on Discord there. I wasn't sure if it was you or if it was somebody else, but I just kind of thought I'd ask since it just happened there. If it is, I'll get it all sorted later on, so yeah, all good. But anyway, fuck me. I just kind of want to see Phil. Yeah, okay, you did. Okay, cool, no worries. In that case, I'll drag you into my Discord very soon then. So we'll just keep playing this. Actually, I'm going to keep playing this and have Phil explain how he's such a tough guy, but only when it came to talking, but not actually doing about it.
Right? Why the fuck why did I cause that stress for people? How stupid, And it's not like I was a little dude. I'm 6 feet tall. Well, I'm 5'11", excuse me. So I am much bigger than a lot of the people who are attending the tournaments. And this guy's gonna start problems. He's gonna start fighting. And the funny part was the people who met me in person, I was a completely different person. I was always the chillest guy in the room, joking, playing games, having fun, always respectful. Whether I won or lost, I always shook the opponent's hand no matter what. Even if somebody didn't like, I would still shake your hand if I lost. I always was a man of my word. If I said I was going to show up to a tournament, I did. If I said I was going to do a money match, I would. Even though I lost the vast majority of money matches I ever entered or partook in, I always paid out. Like, that's what I mean. I was just a different person. And I feel like those who met me in person were like, whoa, what a difference. That's why I had friends. That's why I was friendly in the Street Fighter community.
Basically, in person, you couldn't back up that tough guy persona because you were just a fucking keyboard warrior, and in reality, you were a scared little pussy who fucking ran the fucking mouth, couldn't fucking back up that fucking big fucking mouth of theirs, and even though you're fucking taller than everyone else, you're fucking not able to fucking do anything when it came to actually fucking defending yourself from the trouble your fucking mouth got you in. Yeah, isn't it great that when people met Phil in person, they realised he was such a two-faced piece of shit who was so different in reality and so much more pathetic in reality in person than he was behind a fucking keyboard. But also, Phil is 6'2" and you think you're small. That's because I'm 6'4". You wee midget bastard. I'm kidding.
People actually like me who knew me from the East Coast who would go to tournaments and see me. But everyone who only knew me from online hated my guts, right? In a lot of ways, I used my days in the Street Fighter community, those troll days, as a way to get like a vent, an outlet for my frustrations, because my real life was very boring and frustrating. Retail jobs, I got a college degree that didn't go anywhere and I couldn't get any jobs based on it, so I wasted all that time and money. So the Street Fighter community was, this is it, it's like pro wrestling to me. Talk shit, go to the tournament, participate, hype, drama, that's what it was, you know? But now I look back and I say,
you wouldn't catch Phil wasting money now, no sorry, Bob.
What an asshole, right? I shouldn't have done that. How many people basically were really messed up because, and you know, I'm happy to say that I did apologize to some of the people who I used to harass back in the day, and some of them have forgiven me, which is really nice to know. It's not on my conscience anymore that I gave people shit and they had, you know, bad lives because of it or anything. But then you look at these people who harass me online, and I realize, I guarantee you these people never had any real hardship in their life, so they don't know what it's like to truly be harassed. They don't know the stress and the fucking pain people go through because people are actually like harassing people at all. They don't get it. They're just ignorant. And they think, it's online, it's just fun and games, I'm just fucking around. It's a way for them to get an outlet. Oh, harass Phil? Oh, that's fun. He can put up, you know, it ain't gonna kill him. He's been doing this for 17 years, so, you know, I'll just completely fuck with the guy and he'll still persevere anyway. Well, you're right. The truth is, you're insignificant. You're just a shit stain on the world. No, I mean it. Like, people who act like that, you're literally just like a hemorrhoid on the ass of those who are successful that won't go away. You still annoy them, but they continue to be successful, positive people while you're just a zit.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for a super chat too. Let me hear what they're saying all the way down there. I'm 5'7", come at me, I'll bite your ankles. I mean, some people might like that, I don't know. I've got a feeling that Proper would enjoy that sort of thing. Well, thank you for the super chat.
And then one day you'll pop, and then you're forgotten. You're just a fart in the wind. Instead of what you're doing, you should actually focus on positivity and making yourself a good person who has friends, family, a career, positive things going on in your life, so that you can focus on that and stop trying to ruin everyone else's good stuff. Stop trying to rain on everyone else's parade just because you don't have your own going on. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. These people think they can anonymously just get away with ruining other people's lives, and then they get their jollies off to it, right?
I just fucking love how Phil has to like cope with, you know, he has to try and cope with this bizarre fucking picture he's painted in his fucking head of what detractors are. Apparently detractors have unfulfilling lives. Apparently detractors are not happy with themselves or whatever. Apparently detractors have never gone through hardships like he has. Well, you don't know shit about anyone else that fucking goes after you. You know, you don't have any fucking idea what people have been through. It's just that. The coping and delusion here. He's just trying to fucking make himself feel better because his own fucking life is so empty and devoid of anything fucking exciting going on. Because every fucking day for Phil Burnell is the fucking exact same thing over and over and over and over and over again. Quite literally, it's like fucking Groundhog Day. Except there's no fucking redemption for this irredeemable piece of shit. Like Groundhog Day had a fucking piece of shit fucking selfish cunt of a character who fucking went through some emotional fucking character fucking development, and Brenda the fucking thing was less of a fucking cunt overall and fucking managed to escape Groundhog fucking Day. Phil Burnell does not seem to fucking have heeded a fucking lesson yet. I fucking him to do the same thing over and over again every single fucking day, the same old shit, the same old fucking begging, the same old fucking routine, the same old fucking whales called fucking dropping fucking mercy fucking funds because Phil fucking demanded it and asked for it, you know, like. And it's just, it's the same old shit. And then fucking, what does Phil do in his fucking days off? Like, what amazingly fucking new, robust, and interesting things does Phil do on his most precious of fucking days off? Well, he fucking had some food, and he watched Cat play some Skyrim, or Oblivion, or fucking some other fucking random game, and then that was it. Like, there's nothing usually substantially incredible or memorable when it comes to Phil Burnell's fucking life, even when it's down on his fucking downtime. You know? It's like, it's just the same old shit recycled over and over and over and over again. This is his fucking life on repeat. You can miss a fucking day of Phil Burnell content and you wouldn't miss anything usually unless something, you know, unless some strange trash drama happens like the fucking Switch 2 fucking shenanigans. It's unbelievable. Anyway, before we go, I want to see if TJ has an update yet for the calculations. He said he's going to try and calculate a total, but I'm not sure if he's managed it yet. I don't think he has yet, no, so he's probably busy right now. We'll go check in TJ's Twitter account later on if he might be able to update people on the tweets and the expenditure on the latest Raid Champions event. This is David, he's a successful co-streamer. Fuck me, man. Apparently I had a fucking Stellar Blade rant as well. So, what does he say here?
Doesn't it make sense that if I know I'm not going to like it, I don't waste time? Because I tell you right now, if I bought it and played it, I'm not going to like it. I already know that. Same thing with Stellar Blade. I outright told everyone all year last year, I know I'm not going to like Stellar Blade if I buy it and play it, and people basically forced me to play it. I said, okay, I'll play it on Christmas. Guess what? I didn't like it when I played it, and everyone's like, oh, no shit. I told you I wasn't going to like it. I mean, how ignorant can you be? How many times do I have to tell you I'm not going to like this game, so why are we wasting our time?
And as Palms Pass points out, that is not what happened. Fellow told people no for almost a year. He then made it 100 streak reward to play it. He promoted it for a whole month. He got 100, and then he changed the reward to something else. Oh man, it's just, it really is hard. It's Phil got anything more interesting to say, or is that basically the end of it? Well, I mean, but I say by interest, I mean mild interest. Any interest in rants, or is he's gonna go back to fucking begging now?
Let's see here. Got a $2 tip.
Who fucking cares?
In your opinion, many games including Expedition 33 don't have good sounding special effects or dialogue. I was skeptical for Oblivion.
I don't really care. I don't really care. I was just fucking giving takes on this fucking state. I don't know. Let's go live DSP series to
and then it went away. Instead, it's just never-ending harassment. You see?
Is he still good on about getting harassed? Hold on. We managed to come back around to him getting harassed, apparently. Hold on, let me... Oh, fuck, Jesus Christ, I'm that fucking screenshot. Right, come on, Phil, hold on. Man, some of these fucking pauses are ridiculous, man. I need to try and find that freeze frame later on. I can't use that one, it's too blurry. I need to go in DSP Gaming to try and find it later on. So, what triggered this fucking rant?
The book says you were a jerk in your 20s, but now you're angry that people are jerks to you. It's called karma. Well, you know what? You may be right. In a lot of ways, the kind of harassment that I'm receiving right now on the internet may directly be a karmic thing. Where when I was younger, I was doing that same thing, and now it comes back to roost, right? The thing is, you know, I was part of the competitive Street Fighter community from around the year 2000 to around 2007. It was around 2006, 2007, I realized it was better to be not toxic, and I stopped doing it, and instead I started being productive. I started organizing tournaments, running tournaments, and being a big constructive part of the community.
Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up.
But then I kind of retired in 2007. So you could argue probably my worst years were from 2000 to 2005, 5 years of being an online bully and harasser in the Street Fighter community. I have been harassed online since arguably 2012, I would say. It got really bad when I moved out here in 2014 and really hasn't gotten any better. So I think at this point, 5 years of being a toxic jerk, learning from that, and now telling my audience, don't do it because it's awful, be a better person. I feel like I've redeemed myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy anymore, and I'm trying to tell
you. No, Phil. You feel like you redeemed yourself based on fucking what? Based on what precisely have you fucking shown anything that meant it's fucking being sort of being redeemed? Just existing does not mean you fucking redeemed yourself. Just because you're still floating around like some sort of fucking turd that won't flush properly does not mean you fucking redeemed yourself. What actions have you actually taken to fucking make up for your cuntish antics all over these fucking years? No, you're not even fucking close to redemption. There is arguably no fucking redemption for this fucking piece of shit. It's something I've asked many times. I've asked you guys many times. I think Steve as well, I think, has pondered it before. Is it possible for Phil Burnell to ever get redemption for the way he's conducted himself? You know, in general, is it possible for him to ever redeem himself? And some people think it's possible, and some people don't think it's possible, just because of Phil being who he is. But it's just hilarious. He honestly thinks that he has earned redemption after what, 5 years or something, based on just him existing.
It's awful, be a better person. I feel like I've redeemed myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy anymore, and I'm trying to tell a new generation, don't do it because it is bad and you will regret it, and you are concretely hurting others around you by harassing them. I don't think that I need to deserve this kind of level of karma. Karma would have been like, if I received 5 years of harassment and then it went away. Instead, it's just never-ending harassment. You see? Luckily, I have incredibly thick skin, and I still persevere through it. Can you imagine if I was a pussy?
Oh, we don't need to imagine. You are a pussy. You are, oh my god. I think I'm going to tap out. I feel like, I mean, let's see if there's more.
Okay, you guys keep tipping bucks, but I gotta get out of here.
You guys keep tipping bucks. Translation. He doesn't give a shit about only shouting out $1 contributions. He would rather have some heftier ones to add to his fucking goal. So he's going to ignore those $1 contributions or whatever so he can just get a fucking move on.
Let's see here. Luckily, these are trolls, so I can ignore them. Cool. Someone to the book says, that's right, the expedition feels samey. I'm not going to give it the hours to find...
I don't care. Let's go to live DSP, fuck it, and see how he's doing now. Let's just skip forward.
Crap.
Of course, the first thing we hear is crap. Like I fucking broke something. Screw it. What's it on? Oh, only Iced Infinite. Oh, this could be a big one. This could be a big, massive controversy. No, it's only $5.
This one?
So the King's tax is currently $39. $39 is what Phil is currently on. I think I'm done with the bad man. I think I'm going to fucking call it quits on the fucking bad man. Guys, thank you very much for joining me for some random, robust bingo content. And of course, some... With a wee bit of Billy Connolly in there as well, just because why the fuck not, you know, so good stuff indeed. Marco Shaughnessy, you know, he was the one that picked the bingo number, of course, you know, early birthday reward for him. Phil Burnell will not be here on Thursday or Friday, you know, so I'm not sure what happened, so... Also, there's no bingo on Thursday or Friday because Phil's not here on Thursday or Friday. I might be able to do bingo on Saturday. We'll have to wait and see it, you know, we'll know closer to the fucking time. But until, but fuck it, we'll deal with it when we come to it. It's a good question, Mercer. Where are the otters? Like, I'm here. The otter's here. Like, we're waiting for our lovely otter to show up and they just all fucked off for some reason. Like, they're on a fucking break. Like, fucking... I feel like one's going to swim from down here because there's a lot of, you know, the water down here is really agitated right now, you know what I mean? So I feel like they're kind of coming... I don't know. But I'm waiting like hell for my bloody otters to come here so I can just fucking enjoy seeing some otters to just detoxify from Phil Burnell's antics. I may have to go to a different aquarium. Might just do that. There we go. This one's sleeping there. This one's at the door waiting for somebody to come on my fucking food. Yes, for goodness sake, so... Basically, these otters represent the Burnell household of Snortfort. You've got Cat Burnell type here, just waiting at the door for the DoorDash. And you got Phil Burnell falling asleep playing Skyrim over here. You know, so these otters represent the Snortfort establishment. Okay, I'm going to wrap things up there, guys. Thank you very much for joining me some bingo antics today and all that jazz. I hope you've all had a very fun, robust, enjoy weekend indeed. And yeah, I'll return tomorrow for some more bingo antics. And I'm going to end how I always end, by playing notorious PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animation. So guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Catch you all for some meaningful Monday bingo goodness. And yeah, have a good one. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money, when you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. it's gone. Just gone like that.